It's me. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Yes. See my wondrous decorations. My bedroom, as I'm in the corner of my room, in my bedroom, and my wonderful wrapping paper Christmas tree. Well, it is Christmas time 2023. Yes, we've all made it through another God-forsaken year. We've all had our fun and our frivolous spending on toys and our opinions galore. Yes, Christmas time. For us in New Zealand, it's a warmish, coldish barbecues on the Barbie shorts and shirts and tank tops kind of year. For you guys in America and the UK, it's cold, bleak snow with a covering of gorgeous, romantic nickness, probably not even a word, of Christmas time. Yes, not even a creature stirring, not even a mouse. Oh my God! And of course, for that one, that doesn't work, does it? That joke doesn't. I've been cracking crap jokes all year. That's not going to stop me anyway. Anyway, welcome to the P.G.M. No Frills Christmas celebration. Anyway, if you want to join me, I've pinned my link in the pinned thing up above. If you want to join me for a bit and say hello and have a bit of a conversation, what are your thoughts about 2023 as we move into 2024? You're more than welcome to join me. Anyway, so hello, Miss Ditty. A positive intro there, Pete. Yes, I know, isn't it? Isn't it a positive year that we've all, and some of us have a positive year? Of course we have. We've had some exciting times. Yes, I'm not negating that, but it's for some of us, it's been fun. Yeah, I gotta say, for me, it's been fun. It's been jocularity, as Father Mulcahy put it in MASH. And some of us have had a bar humbug year full of slips and falls and flat on your faces things. Words escape me, Miss Detty. Glad you could come in and say hello anyway. I hope you and yours are having a wondrous Christmas celebration. And we'll have. I mean, we're not there yet. It's only the 16th of December here. So yeah, it's been a great year that ended with a heartbreak, to be honest. So I'm ready for it to be over. Then, well, that's sad to hear. But anyway, yes, it has been a tumultuous year for some, and yes, we can only say condolences for the people we have lost, and yes, move on with fond and great memories of their lives. I mean that wholeheartedly and sincerely. Yes, and yeah. Yes. Sorry. G'day, Rolando. I said Roland. I forgot the O, Rolando. Right. Yes. Why did you cut your hair, Pete? Well, why did I cut my hair? Good. Sorry, that's right. Yeah, you're welcome, Miss Debbie. Why did I cut my hair? I cut my hair because the honest truth, the truth as it is on top. This is a true story. Is g'day, pop culture and plastic. How are you, mate? Just actually telling Orlando and the others that I cut my hair because it was really long up here in the top. I was getting headaches. So yeah, I cut my hair, and I think it was about time I cut my hair. Anyway, it was getting way down past my shoulders. So it's a fresh new look, you could say. Where are you? Pop culture. What's that? Peter, have you been a good boy for Santa? Probably not. No. To say honestly, no, I haven't. I haven't. That's why I agree with you, Miss Detty. To be quite honest with you, yes, glad tidings to all, and for Christmas and New Year's. I don't want to bring down that much, but I really want this year over with so I can start afresh. To be perfectly honest. He looks great. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, it's a weight off my shoulders and my head. It's yes. Someone was telling me in the community that it's taken off years of my life. I can feel it. Yeah, I can feel it. Not in my bones, but he's right. Yes. So anyway, this is a Christmas special. This is probably, it's the P.G.M show Christmas special. I mean, yes, this year, no frills, like I said. I don't have any decorations up there on my wall. Yeah, so what was it? I had long hair and shaved it all off in 2000 and never grew it back. Well, yeah, I'm not going to shave my head. I'll look really weird if I shave my head. I'm probably going to grow it long again. I had my long hair when I was at school. Excuse me. And yeah, so I'm probably going to grow it long. I won't keep it for the length I kept it from. It was a long time I had my long hair. It grew, like I said, my shoulders and my shoulder length, and yeah, I just thought it might be a change here. Plastic, yeah. So, yeah. G'day, Linda. How's it going? How's it going? Yeah, just saying, yeah, welcome to the P.G.M special, where again the invitation is there. If somebody they can pop in and say g'day and discuss what they want to do. It's quite all right. There's the thing pinned up there. And yeah, it's just saying out loud where I am with Christmas time, and it's there may be a change happening for my channel, but I'm not gonna say that at this time and point and place in time. Yeah. So everybody's saying hello to each other. And that's cool. I mean, Christmas time is, yes, to be, again, perfectly honest, Christmas time is for family and getting together, and either have Christmas time fun event, or Christmas time can be, dare I say it, a trial. I shaved my head in 1999. People kept calling me Sin Shade. Cool. Hey Pete, have you sat on Santa's knee this year? No. 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 Yeah, well, if it was Santa's wife, yes. Maybe not Santa. Hey, Miss Diddy, and everybody's again saying good day. Yes. Yes, I don't think I'll probably get a couple of bits of coal or something. I don't know. Who knows? But things yeah. Things, I'm going to say, I go back to this. Things are going to change for my channel and myself. Yeah, it needs to. It needs to. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll say anyway. I hope you all in the chat or anyway, please join this fantastic celebration of honesty, and talking a load of crap, as I usually do. What's your favorite Christmas food? There used to be a good Christmas roast potatoes. I didn't like turkey that much, so chicken was the order of the day. I still like chicken on Christmas Day, and I go excuse me, Go around to a friend's place and they put on a roast, potatoes and vegetables and chicken, beautiful. And then dessert. Oh, God, coughing fit. What? Oh, hang on. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Yes, I got something lodged in my throat, so I went to go and get some water. You're right, there again. Yes, where are we? Sorry about that. Coughing fit. I feel like you forgot your Santa hat and tinsel necklace. Yeah, yeah, maybe next year, Steady. Maybe next year. This is what I could muster up. That thing in the corner there is a wrapping paper Christmas tree. That's um. Yep, get some water. Yep. Um, I'm pretty hopeless when it comes to uh, uh, decorations and tinsels and stuff like that. I've got my small Christmas tree in the living room, which because I'm on the corner of my bedroom at the moment. That's where I do streams and my channel is steady. So a little bit of a space. So yeah, that stays in there. Yeah. So yeah. So what's that? What's it? Pronounced Schneid. Peter is in O'Connor, right? Thank you, Linda. Thank you. Nothing compares to you, Linda. Nothing compares to you. That's a bad joke. Anyway, so yeah. What is Santa getting you? You think for Christmas? Yeah. So what is Santa getting you for Christmas? Uh, G'day, Matt. If anyone again wants to jump on, if they're not busy, you can. It's pinned up. Hopefully, it's pinned up there on in my channel. So Matt or anyone else for that matter, come and join me for a bit. If you can't, that's okay. You just join me in the chat. How's it going, Matt? I hope everything's going. Oh, Andrew. Sorry, Andrew. Andrew. I didn't know you were using that one. So yeah, if you feel that way inclined, come on, jump on board and have a conversation with me. Thanks, Rolando. Yeah, yep. Oh. Happy early Merry Christmas. Sorry we haven't talked to been busy with the kiddos' birthday party and other things came up, but I will talk to you later about that. Okay, are you busy now? I suppose you are. You can come on board if you want, JJ. Yeah. So a link is linked up in the the top there, if anybody can see that. JJ, everybody's saying hello to JJ. Steady. There you go. Hello. JJ. I'm sorry, I'm just rifling through these very fast. I don't know. Hey. Hey, Linda, and boom. That is JJ's thingy bob. Anyway, yes. What does Christmas mean to you out there? What does Christmas mean to you? Is it family? Okay, mate. That's cool. I wish I could try to finish stuff before Sunday, but I'll be visiting my brother. Cool. Thank you very much. That's okay. It's cool. Okay, that's fine. It's just me. It's just me. And yes, my question is, what is Christmas to you? Sorry. I forgot who that impression is. Who that grammar guy impression is. Does it mean family and friends getting together and sipping the old eggnog stuff and getting drunk off it? Or is it the present giving and receiving? Is it the pulling the firecrackers with each other? And that doesn't mean it's not a sexual innuendo. Or is it just fun and laughs, or is it just memories of what life could have been if you done life right? Fun and frivolity, isn't it? I try to get on. Okay. All right, the link should be up on the thing there, Andrew, if you want. Hopefully you can see it. I'll just put it up again. Mr. Eddie, Christmas for me is all about the family and spending time together. And Christmas pudding and custard. Yes, gotta have that. Gotta have that pudding and all that sugary stuff. Yes, I forgot that. We have pavlova here, which is Kiwi, not Australian. So yes, it's Kiwi. We invented pavlova and ice cream. Yes, gotta have that. Yeah, we have custard here too. Yeah, beautiful custard. Yeah, gotta have that sugar rush after the wonderful roasted dinner of chicken or turkey if you're in America. Or if you're in the UK, it could be turkey or chicken, really, couldn't it? Really. Or pheasant if you're posh. Just had that on. Yeah, so okay. Yeah, Andrew, again, it is pinned up on the top, if you can see it. If it's not, I will put it into the chat again. Right, so yes, Christmas is a good time for kids, I'll tell you that. They love Christmas, don't they? That's the main aim for Christmas, isn't it? Even when you're a big kid, love getting Christmas presents under the tree, or in some cases, in some houses, under the twig. Just kidding. And unwrapping it and ripping that Christmas paper open and jumping for joy and saying yippee! Hey, I got my bike. As a 52-year-old, I got my push bike. Yay! Or something like that. Christmas is a lot more magical when you have kids. Yes. yes, I mean, I've been around friends, Daddy, where they have kids, and they're so excited. They love opening their presents and seeing what they got from Santa or their parents or their sisters and brothers. Fantastic. I kind of like that. I'm a single guy, so I don't have children, not to my knowledge. Anyway, and but it is, yes, you're right. I mean, it's good to see children have fun and excited. Yeah, so hear those stories all the time, don't we? That kids go down to the Christmas tree late at night and shake their Christmas presents, in their ears, and and see what they've got. Ooh, look, what have I got? What's this? Shaky, shaky, shaky. Ooh, it's a box of sand. I'm kidding. There he is. Hello, Andrew.
Hey, how you going? Hang on, I'll just adjust my camera.
All right.
I haven't even combed my hair. Look, I haven't even combed my hair.
That's right. It's come as you are, really. So,
I might have to turn my thing around. My background's boring. Hang on.
Right. Well, mine. That's better. But mine's boring as. So it's.
I'm in the study. So because the toy room's a total mess. I pulled it apart, so I can't do anything there. Hang on, let me get this. Let's see, get the comments up. Usually got Matt to help me, and that's all right. So who we got? Miss Dee, how you going? How you going, everyone? Well, first of all, how you going, Pete? How you been?
Like you said in the intro, honestly, I to be quite honest with you, this is a Christmas special. It is fun, yes, for me, but I'm wanting this year to be over with. So to be quite honest with you, I've had a tumultuous year. Not in the community so much.
Yeah.
But and I won't bring the chat down or you. But in my own life here, I've had a bit of a tough go of it. So I just want a fresh new year, fresh new start, and that's the honest truth of it. So that's the honest truth for it. So yeah, so
I suppose it's been a bit of a weird year this year, hasn't it? So yeah.
How about you? How's what's Christmas going to be in store for you, Andrew?
Well, I've been off since the beginning of December because I've got a lot of holidays accrued, and but I'm working at home. I've got a big deck that goes around the side of the house, and so I've got a mate coming around to help me with that. And so I've been working at home. It's eventually I've gone from work to work. And so but Christmas Day I think we're having the in-laws over, and then I'll go probably see my mum at night for an hour or so, and yeah. So do you have anyone you see on Christmas Day yourself, or?
Well, yeah. I might reach out to friends here, and if they're here, staying here for Christmas. I actually one year, Andrew, I spent it on my own, and that was quite good actually. I'm like that, you see. I like kind of sometimes spending Christmas on my own. So I don't know. I mean, I tend to.
Are your parents still around, or are they gone?
No, they're gone. They passed away.
I got one that's passed away, my father. So it's only got mum left. So yeah, it gets like that, I suppose, when we get to this age.
thank you for joining this special Christmas show of mine. when we're talking about death.
Yeah,
Okay.
why not? That's my bread and butter, you know. that's what I do. Death for a job. So.
Yeah. I mean, we all share one. You know, we all do Christmas differently, don't we? I mean,
Of course,
families, or you know, or friends. You know,
yeah.
you know, you know, it's just like, you know, we all got different seasons. You know, like we Andrew, Miss Diddy, anybody in listening in America, you know, we have our summer. You know, summer. So
Yeah, it's very hot here at the moment. I tell you, I don't know what it is. Well, it's always cool down in New Zealand, isn't it?
it's bloody awful here, Andrew. It has been
What
for all day. All day
what
we've
is it?
been.
What is it? 15 degrees or something?
It feels like 15 degrees. And no, we've had 18 to 17 degrees, but it's been wet and it's been windy for 2 days.
Dude, it was 30. What was it here today? Where's my phone? Hang on. I'll tell you what it is here in it was here. It was got to, what was it? 32. It was 40 the other day. And then tomorrow it'll drop down to 26 and then back up to 32, and Tuesday's 36. That's where I am, but in the west of Sydney, the dead set west of Sydney, that means it'll be 40 degrees. And you'd die, Pete. You'd die.
I probably would, but the thing is that we need that weather over here because we're sitting in an El Nino effect, right? You know, you've had tornadoes come on to your shores, right?
That's right up north. That's right up the tropical area. But where's Miss Debbie at? Is she in the States?
No, she's in the UK.
UK, 8 degrees there. Oh, here. Oh, okay. Yeah. I wouldn't mind some of that. I wouldn't mind some of that at all.
The thing is, everybody, like our weather pattern this year for Christmas in New Zealand, again, we're sitting in an El Nino effect. So our temperatures go up and down. It's like springtime and summer, right? So it's a pain in the ass because so many people, in conjunction with this weather, have had bad colds, right? Or, you know, so because the temperature goes up, goes down, or stays flat. And I got to say this, it's pissing me off. the bitter summer weather off, so please, because I want to get out there in the blue sky, you know, 20 even 30 degrees weather, please.
I remember once or years ago, it would have to be a long time ago, probably 15 years ago, but I went to New Zealand, the South Island once, and in December, and it was late December. Anyway, we were the last flight into New Zealand, and I get off the plane because it was like 30 something here. I get off the plane in my shorts and t-shirts, and it was like 5 degrees over down in New Zealand, and I'm like this. And anyway, the airport guy, he goes, because we were the last flight, so there was only a handful of us on. And he goes, look at this dumb Aussie. He gets off the plane and he's like to run and buy a bloody jumper.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some shockers here for summer and Christmas here. We've had some complete shockers, but we've had some really good corker weather, you could say. So if you don't know what corker is, it's an Australian slang word.
It's a bobbler. Miss Eddie, I'll give her a taste of, well, down here in Australia, because we're all UK, we're all come from the UK.
Yeah.
Here you go. Here's a nice Union Jack Dalek for you. That was beautiful. That was the 50th anniversary one.
Hang on, I'll make it big.
Whoop. Yeah, that was the 50th anniversary one. So it's a nice size, that one. I don't know if it's remote control, this one. I think it might have been. But I don't know whether the other ones can remote control. But yeah,
Tell me something, Andrew. Why is Australians more fixated on Doctor Who than New Zealanders are?
I don't know, Pete. Did it play? It would have played in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Back in the
Yeah.
I mean, how we have the ABC. What does New Zealand have?
You mean networks? You mean ABC?
Yeah, like how you have we have the ABC. The England has the BBC.
Oh, BBC. I think we had BBC here when it showed here.
Okay.
But we don't really have BBC here anymore. I don't think we have ABC here either. We get a amalgamatum of shows, right, from the BBC and ABC on TVNZ, which is on demand, which is that they might have to buy shows like Doctor Who, right, and put it onto TVNZ network.
Yeah.
So, but I think we both got Australia and New Zealand got the BBC here first for Doctor Who, right? So, in the olden days, but I thought we don't. I tend not to actually have conversations with people in New Zealand about Doctor Who that much.
Oh, okay, so, yeah. It was because it was shown here every evening when we were kids, and it was really big. In fact, it was that big in Australia in the 80s. I think it was after the third, fourth, the fifth Doctor or something like that. It was going. The ratings were going bad, and the BBC was going broke. And so the Australian government actually sent money to the BBC to keep Doctor Who going,
right?
Because it was that big here in Australia. So they actually sent ABC sent the BBC money to keep it going, and that's a fact. Back in the day, until eventually they canned it. But yeah. So I mean, we love Doctor Who, and that was a part of growing up. It was always
you and Matt have a huge. A collection of Doctor Who stuff, right? So, and I know other Australian collectors have Doctor Hugh with an H. Painting Doctor Hugh instead of Doctor.
Well, I suppose it's like anything's relative. It's like America has gets all the merchandising, and things like that. In Doctor Who would have been. England would have more than Australia. A lot came here, and then I suppose only a majority would filter down to places like New Zealand. It depends on your population size. And
okay, that might be it then. The population. Yeah. So, I mean, I think everybody here probably more than likely watched Morecambe Mindy more than they watched Doctor Who.
Let's say, we got Morecambe Mindy. Yeah, we was. I wasn't a big one on Happy Days, so a lot of people go, "Oh no, that's no good." I go, "Well, I wasn't a big fan of it." The ones I did like it with Morecambe Mindy, where they crossed over into the Happy Days.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few crossover ones where he went back into the past and that. But yeah. So
then that jumping. Kind of thing for that room.
Yeah. what I'm missing at the moment is sort of like, because people don't watch a lot of commercial TV anymore. Everybody's streaming, which brings me back to Christmas, really, because Christmas time was quite unique because as being kids, because they showed a lot of shows on TV. And you had to catch it, right? I'm talking before even the VHS, right? And you had to catch it, so you had to get up and watch it. Or in the evening they'd have the Christmas shows, and so they have the what was it called? Robin and Baskin Robbins or whatever it was. They had the animated Christmas movies. You know, the ones that Matt's got the figures for them actually.
Yeah. I remember those. Yeah,
Yeah. They were great. And now that everyone's got sort of like the streaming services, you sort of miss it unless you're watching the DVD.
Yeah.
Because like everyone else was at home watching the same thing. It was really funny. It's and it's sort of like it was great. You could all sit down as a family, and because you had to sit down and watch it at a certain time. But now everyone's streaming this, doing that, doing live streams.
I mean, landscapes changed incredibly for TV and watching TV. Even again, I'm going back to Christmas. You're right. I mean, then we sat down and watched those. Even with 10 Commandments, right?
Yes, it's Christmas. Why they put that on at Christmas time, I never know. But that was like a tradition. I think it was. It'd be on. It's to tell you what. I'm a big Charlton Heston fan. I mean, I actually really love that guy. He was like a he was a man's man. They used to call him, and we loved his films, and I love the biblical films actually that he used to do, and even Ben-Hur.
Yeah,
which still had that biblical part of it in there.
Yeah, epic.
Yeah.
They don't call them epics anymore, but that was the epic,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So they call them. I don't think. They just call them dramas. I think.
Well, they don't even call them blockbusters anymore because nobody's going to the movies to see them.
Yeah.
The age of the blockbusters dead.
Unfortunately. I love Super John Awesome actually taught me how that came about, how that blockbuster name came about.
Well, tell everyone, but I do know, yeah.
I didn't know that until John said how the blockbuster came about was people were lining up around the block to see.
Yes, right.
Yeah. And the first one was,
I think it was with Star Wars, maybe that. Pardon?
Was it Batman '89? I think the first blockbuster.
No. I think it was referenced back to Star Wars.
Oh, okay. All right.
Queued around the block to try get into it at the Chinese theatre in America.
Okay.
And,
all right.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that. I mean, for all my years and knowledge on film. I didn't know that.
Well, because we're old. I remember, in Australia, I know you can reserve seats online and all that, but back in the day, they had the little pigeonholes at the cinema, and they left your tickets in there, and you go, I reserved some seats, and they turn around and get you your tickets and give it to you. You reserve the tickets. I know it's old school, but I sort of miss that. That type of feeling that it was special, there was a big film coming out. You reserve the tickets, you go in there and you'd watch it. It's sort of like, I mean, when's the last time you've been to the cinemas?
Oh God, months ago. So they always put me in a small cinema, not the big cinema, because there's 3 of them. And they always put me in a bloody small cinema watching a big Marvel movie, because that's the last one I saw was I think Doctor Strange.
Okay. I can't remember. I think I saw something with Matt. What was it we watched? That's how I'd be lucky if I see. Lucky if I see one a year. I could go a whole year without going to the cinema. That's how bad it is now, because they're just not doing anything that's you go, I've got to go see that.
Yeah, well, it's got so expensive though. Has it got so expensive for you to go?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's about $25 or something like that. Mm. And you go, well, hang on, if I wait a few months, I'll buy it on DVD. But the thing is now DVD's getting they're hard to get them on DVD now.
Especially in Australia, isn't it? I mean, I've just heard that Sony is pulled out of something in Australia. I think that's the DVD. So, I think Marvel has pulled out on on Australia as well. So
Yeah, well,
um,
they've canned a lot of films, so they're just not getting their target audience, and the fans have sort of deserted it with all the politics, I suppose, and it's a shame. But I think everyone's sort of fatigued with those films. I think
yeah.
to I think a lot. I think they'll turn around and stop doing a lot of uh, um, action, sort of like big buster films type of things like that. Action ones. They'll probably go to more dramas again.
Well, the thing is, again, saying that, I think the landscape hopefully will change.
Yeah,
I mean, SAG, of course, this year. I mean, we've all heard SAG and writer's strike. So striking for about nearly 2 to 3 months.
yeah,
Past 100 days, of course. Striking because they want better residuals, of course. Fighting against AI, of course, and something else, I think, in that mix. And they got what they want, thankfully. So, what I think needs to happen, it should happen, hopefully it'll happen, Andrew and everyone in the chat. I mean, if we're interested in because we're so enamored talking about film and TV, and and that also relates to toys as well. Let's put that in the mix. Which there's some bad news happened. Hasbro, of course, and I think the writing has got to be better. It's got to be quality writing, and it's got to
yeah,
be quality stories told. So let's hope. Here's hoping. Bad news for it's been people have been talking about this. Bad news on the Hasbro front. They've laid off another 1,100 people, which is
yeah.
really horrible because it's nearly right on Christmas time, and I feel for the families. I really do. So,
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with Hasbro. I suppose what sort of hang on, man. I'll just close this door because her daughter and wife's coming back from a walk. But anyway, yeah, because I think, especially with Star Wars, because the last films weren't that good, and they didn't even make. I think even the last film, they didn't make any sort of like a direct line to that Star Wars film, and usually there's a big hype for it, and they have they used to have the toys coming out like months. That's how you knew a film was coming out, because the toys had hit the market before the film would. And and then they ended up having release dates for toys because it sort of spoiled the film. But there's sort of like all that sort of fandom, they've sort of hurt, and it's sort of dropped away now. Unless you get, virtually, they're so expensive too. They want here in Zing, which is a pop culture store in Australia.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, they want, if it's a generic figure, they want sort of like between $25-$30. And if it's like a specialized Jedi or a Stormtrooper or something like, they want $35. Now, and that's just crazy, absolute craziness. They've killed their own market. That's what they've done.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes. But I think the story goes that I can get out of my head, Andrew. I think the 1,100 employers are probably more of the grunts on the floor doing work.
Yeah.
I don't think like Emily. I don't think Emily, Chris, Jing, and the marketing team for Hasbro are going to be fired. Right, they're still there, so that's probably not going to change all that much.
Because remember, when you think of those people getting sacked, they're not the ones making the toys, because they only sort of contracted out to the company in China or whatever, and they make the toys for them and send them to them. So they'll be those marketing people
Yeah.
and things like that. And Hasbro, Linda Boems just said Hasbro is a massive corporation. Yes,
Yeah.
they are. And
Yeah.
and to think that they want crowdfunding for their toys. They're a multi-billion-dollar company, and they want you to pay first before you get your Star Wars toy. It's absolutely crazy. But they don't give the fans what they want. I mean, look, I know they have these HasLabs and they make them special, and they're for the collectors and all that sort of thing. And I've got one myself and things like that. But hey, when they made the sail barge, why don't you repackage it in a different package or whatever, and give everybody what they want, which is the freaking sail barge. Because you only made a handful of them for the US market, and and things like that. They're just not giving the fans what they want.
Because a lot of people missed out on that sail barge.
I did, and
So,
Dino from John got one, and I was, when I saw the video, I was poking my eyes out. I had FOMO. I was so jealous.
I mean, even me, Andrew, I would love that too, because I'm getting into the TVC 3 3/4.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Value, right? So I would love that. I mean, I would love to actually say, yeah. Sometimes they're hit and miss. These HasLabs really are hit and miss. Hugely the fault of the collectors asking, and they're not receiving it from the Hasbro team in Star Wars, because yes, they are listing, but they're not listing that much. To be quite honest with you, I raise my hand. I'm talking shit about Hasbro, but the thing is that look at their their 6-inch Rancor, right?
Yeah,
Got absolutely crucified with people because that their tiers weren't met, right? Or their tiers weren't correctly met. Met. Like, where's the Rancor keeper? Nowhere to be found.
Well, that's right. I don't understand. I don't understand them why they don't get in tune more with the. Let's face it, the days of the kids playing with them is over. There'll be people say, "Oh no, my kids play with them," and I'm sure there are others kids do play with them. They get them to play with. But the day where as a mum and dad just throwing one in the trolley, they'd have to really think about it now. It would have to be a Christmas or birthday present because of the cost of them. And you know what I mean? It's there's sort of like that market is now gone. It's purely it'd have to be an 80% plus collectors market. That they're for Star Wars, that is. And Linda was saying there in your comments about the board games and things like that. And of course, because they got all that line of it as well. I don't know how well their board games sort of like line goes these days. People still play board games.
Yeah, remember that. We don't see that anymore, do we? I mean, we used to have 3 3/4, right? And there was a board game with it, right? Haven't seen that since.
The Star Wars line.
Yeah, for Star Wars line.
I've actually got that, and I'm not going to run off and try find it because it's in the shelf somewhere. I do have that. Not the retro one. I have the
TVC one.
The Power of the Force ones. It was
right.
Yeah. So and then they did the retro line. They did a Hoth. I got the Star Wars one. I didn't get the Hoth one.
Yeah, because they actually did a Star Wars ball game, and it had Tarkin.
Yeah, that's the one I've got. Yeah. I haven't opened it. I've just shoved it on the shelf.
I did that Empire Strike Back one. Luke.
Yeah, well, Which would have to be the favourite film, Empire Strikes Back. I reckon 90% of Star Wars fans would have to say that was the best one.
But they didn't produce a Return of the Jedi board game, did they?
No, I don't think they have. I think they've slowed down on everything, really.
Yeah.
They really have. Linda says, HasLabs are too big for retail. 3-inch scale vehicles go on sale constantly. Not every country has access to Pulse. Yeah.
We don't.
Why? And it's not just It's not just Hasbro.
Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, have a good Christmas. Yeah, Mr. Eddie. Yeah.
I'll let Andrew say that first, and I say yes. Yeah, have a good Christmas and a New Year's. Hope all your Christmas dreams come true and your New Year goes well. I may catch you. That's next year, so that's all right. Don't worry about it. I was going to say I'll catch you on Stews, which I think that's next year. This celebration thing is charity thing. Anyway, but have a good Christmas. Like Andrew says, take care and yeah, have fun.
Hope it snows for you at Christmas. That'd be lovely. I love the experience of that. But yeah, what I was going to say, it's not just Hasbro. You look at McFarlane Toys, who do the Batman stuff, and the superpowers, and they made it Walmart exclusive only.
I'm sorry. Oh my God. Oh, I spoke out of turn. Sorry, Miss Diddy. Sorry. Okay. That's all. Sorry. Oh God. Anyway. Well, I hope he does. I hope Sue does. Sue should contact us. Put my foot on it yet again. Okay. Sorry, Andrew.
That's all right. Yeah, so it's I mean, look at McFarlane Toys. I mean, they only have the Superpowers collection in America. So unless we get them at some of the pop culture online sites, and in fact, I've got a couple. I've got one for something for Matt for his birthday,
right,
and for myself for Christmas. But it came from New Zealand.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. Mighty Ape is the
right. Okay.
It's theirs, but it's in New Zealand, so it came quite really quick actually. So they must have a lot of flights in from New Zealand to us. But
I've never shopped at Mighty Ape. I don't know why. I don't think I shop and I look, but there's nothing that I want. And I'm afraid. So
well, it's just with the online stuff. You got to sort of like shop around for your prices. Look, for the cost of those, you'd pay that in shipping just to try to get it from America. So the postage here was really good, and but the whole cost of it for the two of them would have been just the postage in America to get one out. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy.
It's shocking. So it's like, mind you, they have a tough time actually. I mean, UK, not so much UK, but US has a tough time actually shipping to us. So I think it's the trade and the shipping costs are a little bit too, GST and stuff as well. So
well, that's right. We pay import taxes and that now too. So I haven't bought anything from America for years. Really, it's it'd have to be something that I really want to pay that postage to get it out here. So I just tend to hang back and see if I can find it at a toy show or or on Australian eBay.
Yeah, I've been on Australian eBay. That's better than bloody New Zealand eBay, but got nothing on there. So,
okay, you have another site though, don't you? I think
Trade Me. Trade
what
Me.
is it?
We've got Trade Me. So,
Trade Me, is it? Yeah.
Which is It's not bad, but I think Facebook Market's better. Getting,
okay.
and for me anyway, because it's cheaper. Facebook Market's got 3 3/4. People are selling 3 3/4. Loose or carded. Black Series as well, loose and carded. It's got Marvel Legends in that as well, loose and carded. It's pretty good. So but yeah, I mean, I missed out on so much. I'm missing out on so much. Like Jason, the good man he is, Jason, the middle-aged Kiwi man. I love his channel because I sit in awe of what he's getting for 3 3/4 Star Wars. Because
is he close to you? I know he's in New Zealand, but is he North Island or South Island or?
No, he's in Wellington. He's right here in Wellington. So yeah.
So you can actually catch up to him with him if you wanted to. So.
Yeah, if he wanted to, but I don't think he wants to.
He probably does. You go visit him, do a room tour or something, Pete.
Yeah, I should do that. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, if you got, I mean, you only got your phone. I mean, you use your phone, which what we use anyway.
Do what Scotty does.
You go over and visit and do a room tour or something. That'd be good. Yeah. Two New Zealanders.
Block him out, block his face out in most of his shots. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, you'd be doing most of the. Well, it's hard. You really, with those things, you really need a third person, so you can get the interaction. That's the problem. Even with Matt and myself, it's very hard. You need a cameraman. It's to get that to walk together and talk and look at things and that. You need a third person, to do it, and because other than that, you're having it on the stand. You have to, hit the button, stop it, and then you've got to edit it all out.
Yeah, I'm okay with filming. I'm okay with filming, but some cases, I mean, I do see your point, but I'm okay with filming, right? So, and getting around stuff like that. So, I like doing it on my own. I used to have actually another old channel with a friend of mine on YouTube, which didn't work out that well. Not the channel, not a friend and I are still talking.
Okay.
Let's get that straight. But I named it something really out there, and it was right bang smack in the middle of mechanic shows and stuff like that, or engine shows.
Okay.
And didn't get any subscribers whatsoever, and I was at that time so hard out for getting subscriber rates and view rates. I was getting stressed out, right? And I said to Michael, who's a good friend of mine here, because we went through film making course together, right? So he's a really good editor. I'm not a good editor, but anyway, it's beside the point. When we when we started the show, it was all right. It was fine, but because we're talking about movies and TV and stuff like that, and then we went into action figures and stuff like that, so it's fine. But I kind of pulled the plug because he's a young guy, younger than me, and really, I was just saying to Mike, look, hey, you're younger than me. I'm 50, man. I'm 50, right? You should get out there and you should experience life. Go and get a job. Stop hanging around me. I'm just old. I need a Zimmer frame, mate. All right. So, and that kind of line. So, so I kind of pulled the plug because it wasn't working, and I was getting stressed out. I don't get stressed out now, but it just didn't work. So I think this year or through through COVID, before this year, I decided, well, I'll start up the P.G.M show because P.G.M initials. Peter Gordon McKinnon. And yeah, I haven't done anything as toy reviews or movie reviews for a while. I only stream. So
yeah, but Pete, your show is a P.G.M. show. It doesn't have to be just toys and action figures and all that. I mean, you do movies, you can do that, you can talk about anything you want because it's a show, it's not keep on collecting where we're just doing toys. So like I wouldn't get on there and on keep on collecting and go, oh, here's my collection of medical tools, which I've got a lot. and show how to take someone's brain out, which I do. And so, anyway, you know what I mean? So with your show, you can get away with, under your title, having a varied amount of different topics. I mean, that's the thing. You don't think you have to be, tied up just to talk. Like you say, you got Matt and myself on. We just don't have to talk about toys.
Right.
We do have a diverse sort of background in different things. We talk about anything you want, and you know what I mean. And that's maybe you look at it that way. You know.
I was saying to the audience, and I'll say to Andrew, I might be changing it up a wee bit. I still have the P.G.M. show, but I might, not maybe take a step back to not to rejig it, but just to actually maybe put it on a different platform as well. I'm going to say this: Patreon. Whoops, spat there. So, is
that still on YouTube?
Yeah, it will be, but I'm still kind of, again, going back to this year, Andrew, not so much the community, but myself and my own stuff that I'm dealing with here. I feel I should just take a step back from YouTube a wee bit, right?
Look, if you're not enjoying it, look, if you're doing, as we said before, if you're doing YouTube just for subscribers count and all this sort of thing, you got to enjoy it. Now we get on and we muck around a lot, right? And but the thing is, you got to do. We enjoy doing that because we want to enjoy it. We want to enjoy doing it. If people watch or not, we don't care. And we do love our subscribers, of course. Yeah. We're not saying that. But, if we don't put something on, we don't go, oh, no, I only got, a few hundred views. But you look at it, that's, even if it's, say it's even if it was 50 people, right, that viewed you think, that's 50 people who've gone out of their way to enjoy what you're putting on. All right? So, you know what I mean? That's 50 people that you wouldn't have contact with. I mean, look at us. You met us. You met all these other people around the world. You've got a lot of friends now.
I have. I mean, I'm not negating that, and I love all my subscribers too. But I know what you mean. I know. I see what.
So what I mean, don't get upset or blinded by view counts and subscribers. If you enjoy doing it, Pete, you do it.
That one too.
Yeah. We won't even mention that word because I think you get a strike.
Probably.
Hang on. I'll just start to.
Thanks,
but anyway, you know what I mean. So if it's upsetting you, Pete, or anything like that, you just step back, have a break, and then and then you come back to it. I mean, we're the same. I mean, we don't get on there and we were thinking, I haven't got on there and haven't put a video out and all of that. And I just do it if I feel like it. Like I put a short on the other day because I was pulling everything out and I had some 2003 Ninja Turtle line. And I put that together and I just, it's only 16 seconds and you just sort of film it across and you add the music to it. And there was a good rap version of Ninja Turtle and it really suited it. I mean, it only got, I think it's only like 150 views or something like that. But that's all right because I enjoyed putting it on. I enjoyed actually filming it and looking at it myself. And it's, you got to look at it that way. I mean, not everything's going to be YouTube gold. I mean, if you want, listen, let's be real. If you want clicks and subscribers, go get a Mentos, put it in a bottle of Coke, and let it squirt into your face. If you want, you know what I mean. If you want 1 million views, do that. That's yeah. Yeah, well, that's what they do. But we're more. But we didn't aim to do that. We aimed to. YouTube was to complement your hobby, and for yourself, it might be to complement meeting people and things like that, and having a show.
Yeah.
So what I mean is, don't get upset if. If you only get a certain amount of views or something like that, you've got to enjoy it, Pete. If not, then you're wasting your time.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the fact that I just need to actually. So it's now live. I need to take a break. It's not of the people, our subscribers, Andrew. It's not the friends around the world. I just need to take a break.
If you've got personal issues, then you should, because this is only sort of get you down sort of thing, and
it's just having a rough kind of year that I've had. Again, not for the community, because I love the friends around the world that I've got, including you and Matt, right? But I've done some mistakes and I've said some stupid things that I need to actually address in myself, right? That's why I'm taking a step back. That's me. So I'm taking a step back. Yes, the P.G.M show will go on, and you're right. You're absolutely right. Thank you for wonderful advice. I do enjoy it. I haven't put anything out, but I do love my friends, and I do care about my friends around the world. I have a laugh, but this is on me, and I need to actually change the way I deal with stuff, right? Right. I mean, it may sound really odd me saying that. I'm going, Pete. Everybody's going, Pete. Why are you getting so damn serious? It's just me. I need to take a break over Christmas, and
of course.
Reevaluate my life, Andrew.
Of course. I mean, everyone needs a break from everything. I mean, no matter if it's work, YouTube, your hobby, you need to have a break and just look after yourself for a little while until you get enthused to come back. I mean, because it always says if your hobby becomes work, then it's not a hobby anymore. Yeah. So it's like having a big collection like I got. I mean, I moved cabinets out and I've rechanged and putting new ones in, and I'm painting walls, and I got all this for the display of the toys, and I'm going, well, I'm supposed to be on holidays and here I am working my ass. But you know what I mean. It's
but you enjoy it though, right? You enjoy it. You and Matt love to actually go into your toy rooms, and because you enjoy your toy rooms, right?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, we don't. You got to be in the mood. It's like anything. It's like when you're a kid. You didn't deliberately go play with toys. When you're excited or in a mood, you go and play, get your toy box out and you start playing, didn't you? Other than that, you'll be watching TV or you're off with your parents or whatever. So and that's the same thing as an adult. I mean, everything's you take in moderation. So if it's your hobby or you're doing the P.G.M show and that, yeah, you gotta sort of step back sometimes and go, well, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go visit where they filmed, the Hobbits or whatever. And which you should do, Pete. You should take your camera.
Yes, that it's funny you should actually say that, Andrew. I'm going to say this now out loud, and you'll be the first one to hear it. Mind you, they'll hear it on the replay. So yeah, this is live. Fantastic. Thank you for reminding me that. There is good news, because if you haven't seen on news or international news that Hobbiton, they've decked the whole Hobbiton out as real life houses, right? Okay, so you can go into a Hobbit house and you can actually experience, right, their kitchen, their living room, their fireplace. It's all there. It's all real. It's like a Hobbit's just left for the market, right, and coming back. Now that's a good freaking idea. And
well, that's what we wanted. So it's been saying to you all along. I said, oh, when they had you go and you can see the little villages in the mountain there and all that. People want to see that. We want to see you're bloody there. Get your camera.
Yeah.
Go to these places and start filming some and showing us and talk about it. You know what I mean?
But I can actually go in, right, to their place, right? I can go in and touch their fireplace and stuff like that, right? So walk down the little Hobbit hole corridors, right? So yeah, be on the lookout for a special P.G.M show in Hobbiton in Matamata next year, because that's where it is. So
excellent.
So
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, I will take my I'll take my permed wig and go as a hobbit myself.
Why don't you just get your hair curled again like you did in the?
Well, I can't afford a makeup artist, Andrew.
Go back down to workshops and go do me up.
I'll have to get some more hair on my feet. But no,
people are already like that.
Huh?
I thought that was just normal New Zealand feet in that film.
No. It looked like it, yes. But but the thing was that I had prosthetic legs and hobbit feet on me when I was when I was filming a cut scene, because it got left on the cutting room floor for the theatrical version. It's in the extended version, and they put prosthetic legs like a big sock, and it had hairy feet and legs, which was quite strange. So it felt really strange walking around on them. So got to meet Andy Serkis and Elijah Wood that day. It was really cool.
Oh, okay, excellent.
I was really hell tired when I was meeting them, though, because it was just like sweltering under the lights on set. And I couldn't bother be actually shaking their hands. I was going, hi. I was so freaking tired that day. So, but yeah, it was a good day. It took them a while to get the feet or the feet and legs off because they were prosthetic, right? So they had to actually peel it off and put talcum powder on my legs because it was hot and sweltering.
Oh, okay,
that was fun.
Did you? It's a shame you weren't allowed to keep the feet.
No, because they're prosthetic legs and stuff. So I was not. It's not prosthetics. Prosthetics, is it? Oh no. Oh, you know what I mean. Socks. We'll call them socks. Hobbit socks. So, yeah, I'll probably anyway. But yeah, no, we didn't get to keep any of that sort of stuff. Actors do. They nick things off sets,
Well, it's like when they filmed the Clone Wars here in Sydney, and my mate, he had a friend. He was special effects, a guy, and when they were leaving, he made the Boba Fett helmets, and they don't make one; they make like 4 or 5 of them. So when they were leaving, he hid some of them and some of the helmets, and waited till they all left and went to America. Then he got the helmets back out. But yeah, so because they're another one that take all their special effects with them.
I think actors either ask to actually take things or they sneak things off set. So I think Elijah Wood got the ring, one of the rings.
Oh, okay.
Rings. I think Viggo Mortensen has one of his sword. I'm quite sure of it. He has his sword or something like that. So,
okay.
I think they ask for permission if they can take things home back to where they are. But otherwise, I've had Graham Norton, great, fantastic show. I mean, there's always been stories of actors actually pinching stuff from sets which they want to take home, and they don't talk about it or they don't mention it to directors. They just take it and just sneak off home. But yeah, I think they should be allowed to actually take stuff home, which from movies, right? So
yeah, you think they give them to him like a gift or something, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, for extras, no. No. I was on set for Avatar once, and a mate of mine behind me was on Avatar. We were lining up, I think, to go on set, and there was the bunch of the guns they used for the troops, for the guns on a table, just getting ready for the soldiers to pick up or people to pick up. And this guy who was on, he was an extra. He was the first time on extraing on a film. Thought it might be wise and cheeky, and to actually go in and pick up this prop. Wrongo. He went over and picked it up and went like this with the gun, and the props master shouted at him like, wow. Just yelled at him, right? Put that fucking thing down.
Yeah. Especially if it's a gun. I mean,
this is not a toy, I think he said. All right, it's a fucking prop. Right, put the damn thing down. Right, and after that, the whole day, I think he was feeling really, really horrible. You don't play with props, mate. You just don't touch them. It's just like, they're not toys. They're not here to play with. So.
I watched this. It's the guy from MythBusters. The
Andy?
Adam. Yeah.
Right.
But he does a lot of ones where he goes to the mob that auction them off.
Right.
But he's made a lot of spacesuits and everything like that himself.
Replicas, isn't it? He makes replicas, doesn't he?
Yeah, replicas. But he actually made like gloves for NASA and all this sort of stuff, proper stuff. But anyway, he goes to those auctions, and it's really interesting because what I'm saying is that how crude the props are. When they get up close to it, they're really crude because on camera they look awesome, but when you get up close to them, Adam Savage, thanks, Linda. Yeah. And it's really incredible. You go, oh gosh, that is crude. But it's quite amazing. You think these things are really made to but they're only made to be on in camera for a short
Yeah,
time.
in some cases they are, Andrew. Yeah, some cases they are on films, but other cases, like let's say, take a big epic film that maybe somebody who was in Lord of the Rings.
Who was that? Who was it? Who I know was in
um, they made real ones. They look really real. I mean, they were real. They were made to actually specifications for the Lord of the Rings. I mean, they're chainmail for Kingdom of Heaven, because they made it here in New Zealand. Were
Okay.
so precisely made. They weren't real chains, but they were looking really. Oh my God! You go up and you was thinking, this is real chainmail. So. Yeah, it's in some cases, I think, other production houses who do props, yeah, I mean, they get away with looking shabby, but once they put them with the actor, it's the actor who actually makes them come alive, which is really.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's correct.
So,
Yeah, his was made from a real pistol. That's right. That pistol. I forgot what it is now. Mauser, I think it was.
okay.
Yeah, they all the Star Wars guns they did. They were like the Stormtroopers guns, things like that, and the long ones were MG 34s and all this sort of stuff. They just put extra bits pieces on.
Which is good. It's good in a way, because it adds to the authenticity, really, of picking the gun up.
Look at the lightsaber. Do you know what that was from? That was that was a handheld flash. So when with the cameras.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, that was the handheld one. And so I saw it. Someone actually found one that still had the dish on it and the bulb and the handle. And they go, look at the handle. And they go, oh my God, it's Darth Vader's fucking Darth Vader's lightsaber. Yeah, or Obi-Wan's lightsaber. Yeah, that was from I think it was it Obi-Wan? I know which was Darth Vader's one. So yeah, so that was what that was from. They just took the dish and that off it, and there was the lightsaber handle. But you try find an original one like with the actual flash. It'd be like
probably, yeah. It's either got lost or someone's got it in their collection. All right, so and it's lost in their collection. I bet that guy who collects Star Wars memorabilia in LA somewhere, because it's whole. I think it's a museum. He's toys and everything. All right, and I think he's probably got one. So he's yeah.
yes.
But yeah, it's probably sitting in George Lucas's den somewhere.
Yeah. Probably taking photos with it still.
Anyway,
actually, it's like the who did Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson.
Yeah.
He had Adam Savage go down to his place and because he's got a huge collection, massive collection, his personal collection. Anyway, 2001: Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
He goes. He had one of the. He had the HAL 2000. It was just the eye on the. And he goes, oh, I got HAL 2000. And he goes, oh yeah. And he goes, but I think I got ripped off because it hasn't got the thing. He goes, no, because you haven't taken the cap off, because this was apparently it was a camera lens that they stuck on there, and he took it off. He goes, see, there's the red eye. He goes, oh crap, I didn't know. He thought he got ripped off in the auction, and I just had the cap on it.
Did Adam say that to Peter?
Yeah, because Adam knew about it, and he said, yeah, that's. It's so interesting. I do like watching that fellow. It's his engineering knowledge is just incredible. And
I mean, he's I think he's got a YouTube show too, actually.
Yeah, the YouTube one I watch. Yeah. So I mean, because he did Star Wars special effects, and anyway, he gets things like even like the the Razor Crest, the HasLab one, and he weathered it.
Okay.
Even if it looks weathered, he goes, no, and he did this, and he put lights, and it just totally made it look like a proper model.
Did he blow it up?
He blew it up at the end. I mean, how silly is that? How silly is that to go, all right, go to Hasbro, you make the molds, here's this toy, we're going to, they would have probably ended up flooding the market with them. Oh, no, we blew it up. You go, oh, that's great, but
I'm still yet to actually get a box of ash with a spear in it and post it to Jason, the middle-aged Kiwi man collecting Star Wars toys, just so he can match the blown up one with the yeah, that was a bit of a shocker, really. I'm going, everybody's like, I've just bought the bloody Razor Crest. That cost me shitloads, and now you've blown it up. Yeah, you're quite right, Ranger. What? Yeah, so yeah.
Then again, yeah.
Anyway, people. I'm sorry, Andrew. Anyway, people. If you, we're still going, Andrew and I, still having a good conversation. If you want to kind of jump on, links up. Still, jump on board with Andrew and I. If you're still listening, that's fantastic. This is the P.G.M show Christmas special. So we just want to add that in. So yeah.
Well, I better get a drink. Can I just get a drink? I'll be back.
Yeah.
Just enjoy the nonchalant background. I'll be back in a second.
So yes, Christmas time is a time of joyous wonder, isn't it? In some places. In other places, it's a beach on Australia or New Zealand, or yes, it's. I want to know from the guys watching. It's all 5 of you. Thank you very much.
Crap.
Where are you in the world celebrating Christmas?
I just sat on my glasses.
Okay, are they broken? All
right. Lucky.
All right. Okay.
There we go. Anyway, Merry Christmas, everyone. I'll have we're sponsored by Coca-Cola, of course. I've
got water because I tickle my throat a bit.
Is that cup huge, or is it just an optical illusion?
It's
look at the size of it.
Yeah, it's Star Trek. It's not Star Wars, everybody. That's right. So,
that's all right, because we got Star Trek as well. It looks like the size of an actual teleporter, though. Look at this.
Yeah. It's a teleporter. You're right. It's a teleporter. It's one of those.
Yeah, it's a teleporter. Yeah.
It's one of those mugs that you put hot water in it and they teleport onto the planet.
They come to the planet on the other side.
Yeah. Sorry. There we go. There goes.
And if you put cold water in it, they just freeze to death.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It's Spock's new planet, freezing to death. So yeah. My mate got that for me for my birthday, I think.
Oh, cool.
One of my birthdays. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah, it's like I said, everybody, it's Christmas time. The question is that where are you celebrating in the world? If you want to jump on board, welcome. In the world, where are you? In the world, where are you celebrating it? Either in snow or in the hot. So yeah. But yeah, Christmas. It's a funny old time of year, isn't it, Andrew?
It is. It is a funny time of the year. It's. I noticed the shop was getting very crowded when we went up the other day. So we always know that when it's Christmas because the cars are honking in the car park and people get frustrated. I always tell this story where I grew up. And the big shopping centre down there was called Marylands, over in here in Sydney. Anyway, the Kmart there which was one of the first Kmarts they put in Sydney.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, I was down there. It was Christmas time. Car park absolutely packed, waiting for to get in. And then there was this spot, and there's this old couple. They were just about to go into it, and this guy in Feddington in a monster truck. I mean, like Bigfoot with the big giant wheels and everything. He just came over the sort of like the little garden and embankment area and went straight into it. And he put his head out the window and went, "Fuck yeah!" And this old couple was just. It's embedded in my brain now. That sight, this guy in a monster truck, and I go, real Christmas there.
Yeah, go on. Yeah. God, yeah. Takes all sorts though, doesn't it? So, yeah, it's yeah. Are you going away for Christmas, Andrew?
No, I'm not going away. Because I've got things here to do, and
right.
So yeah, I'm staying in, and which is not too bad. I mean, we've got 2 little doggies too they're like little children. So we can't sort of leave them. We've got no one sort of to mind them, and so we're sort of restricted there. I mean, we did go on a cruise before COVID.
Right. Okay. Right.
And we put the 2 dogs in they were called luxury kennels.
Oh yeah. Right.
And anyway, the luxury kennel cost more than our cruise.
Oh God.
So the dogs had their own bed, TV, and all this sort of thing, and anyway, but we haven't been away. I mean, sort of thing. So
yes, it does. Again, it falls under the line of expensive now, isn't it? Really? So
yes.
Of
course, fuel and everything like that. You have to get away and do all these sort of things. It sort of adds up. So sort of spend the money that we sort of back into the place, back into the house, and
well, that's the kind of it's quite good though, isn't it? I mean, again, we on this side of the world, we get that opportunity to have our break in summertime, and we get to actually, have that freedom of going out, or doing the house up or stuff like that. So we get the opportunity to do that. So it's, in some cases in America, snowed in, right? So,
yeah, but they only get the public holidays, don't they?
They do, yeah, they do.
Is it just the 2 days or something like that they get off?
And you mean if they're working?
America.
Yeah. So,
because I know they have their break in between in the middle in their summer, and then the school break, and then what they have. I think they only get sort of like Christmas and Boxing Day off, don't they? Sort of thing.
It's a little bit away for America, isn't
it? Yeah, I mean they really. I think the average is about 2 weeks leave a year or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah. It would be probably better off like Shabby has his own business, so he has the luxury, right? So of taking that break with his family. So but in a sense, I think the kids have a decent break in America now. I think they're off school. I mean, they're not like schools here where we have probably a couple of months off.
Yeah, we have the 6 weeks, but they have their 6 weeks or whatever it is in the mid-year. That's what they call their spring break or whatever, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So where we have it is in ours in the summer as well. But it's a shame. Well, is it actually where you are? Does it snow in winter?
I think it did once. Yeah, very low. We got snow on the hills very low once in summertime.
I'd love to once experience like Christmas in the snow, like we only see on TV and movies. not sweating our ass off on Christmas Day, and it's like 40 degrees. You have the Christmas dinner and that's it. You're zonked out by 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Because this way it's so hot.
Yeah. Having a nap on the couch and watching TV and something, something really pathetic on TV. So, God, I remember those days. They stuck really crap stuff on TV on Christmas time.
Well, over here it was always like Christmas Eve. They stick a war film on.
Yeah, right.
I mean, yes, I know the wars did go over Christmas, but you don't have to stick. I don't have to see the Normandy landing, at Christmas time.
Yeah. It's a good movie, but please don't stick on the longest day.
Yeah. Well, actually, I was at our, because we have the thrift stores, whatever they used to call. We have one called Vinnie's, and I was looking at because I'm looking more at the DVDs because a lot of people bringing in DVDs now because of the streaming services.
Yeah.
But some things you can't get. And I found one Zulu Dawn, and I went, that's the one with what's his name?
Oh, no, Michael Caine.
Michael Caine, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and I went, I'm going to watch that over Christmas.
Is it Zulu Dawn? I just thought it was called Zulu. Okay.
No, it was called Zulu. I think if you look it up, you got your pad there or your iPhone. I think the original one was Zulu Dawn. I'm sure. I know on the TVD it just says Zulu, but I'm sure it was Zulu Dawn was the original name.
Have a look.
I could be wrong.
Oops. Hold on. Just hit the wrong thing. So yeah.
You didn't type in Zulu nudes or anything like that.
I've typed in Babe Station. Si's favorite. So, what am I doing? What am I doing? What's this thing doing? There we go. Okay, here we go. Okay. Zulu.
Actually, type in right Zulu Dawn movie and see what it says.
Okay. Oh, okay. It's it's 1979. This one. Okay. So that's Zulu Dawn.
Is it a different film? Is it?
If it's got Michael Caine in it.
Oh, Linda said there's Zulu and then there's Zulu Dawn. Okay.
Yeah, Zulu Dawn has got Bob Hoskins, Burt Lancaster, Peter O'Toole. That's 1974. Zulu is a 1964 film. That's with.
Oh, okay.
That's with Michael Caine. So, images. So I'm looking at Zulu. And that's with 1964.
Okay, well, I got the Michael Caine one anyway.
So you've got Zulu. Dawn, Burt Lancaster. So.
Now I'll have to find that one now. I'll have to write that on my list. I probably because I remember seeing Zulu Dawn when I was a kid. And because they don't play any of these old films anymore.
No, because again, because streaming services
like they buy them up.
Like Prime, it's like they've got westerns and war films on Prime, so
okay,
go over there. They've got westerns on Disney Plus as well. So I watched I've watched John Wayne's Stagecoach, and I've watched the 1960s version Stagecoach and that was on Disney Plus. So they've got those films on there.
Disney
So
Plus. If they have any, if they have cowboys and Indians, they'd probably digitally remove all the Indians, wouldn't they?
probably, yeah.
Just be these empty horses going by. Because we can't have that.
Yeah, here's Zulu and then Zulu Dawn. Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go.
So, I mean, yeah, it could be a follow up. It could be a follow up, like a sequel to Zulu Dawn.
Yeah, well, it sort of sounds like they probably were riding on the popularity of that one, the Michael Caine one. Then,
yeah. I wonder if it's got cameos from his good mate Sean Connery. Probably not, but anyway. But yeah, I mean, again, I mean, this year has been a landscape of discussions on movies and streaming services and how the landscape's changed from that to this, right? So it's kind of amazing to see that, but it's also kind of daunting at the same time. I mean, you know, it's films have got more digital in them, right?
yeah.
Getting more and more, and then again, I'll just take the word landscape has dramatically changed from acting to stagecraft to props making and CGI. It's you know it's
Well, especially with this AI. I mean, if you get on YouTube, type in AI generated commercials. Now, these are commercials that are totally done by the AI program, and they are funny. Some of them are really have got a great catch punchline, like things like that. But what I'm interested in is to see if they will do a totally AI film. You know, so they go, all right, we want to type in a short scenario and see what the AI does to do a whole film. I think it'd be interesting to see what the computer, comes up with. And because some of those commercials, that's what they do. They type in, one is someone typed in pirates selling chicken nuggets, and it is weird. It is what the computer thinks of that when they do it. But you should watch some of them because it's quite interesting what the computer thinks. And one's like at a barbecue actually, and what they think humans are like at a barbecue drinking beer, and it's so bizarre to think that that's what the computer thinks that we're like, you know. But they said it'll get better and better.
Yeah, the thing is that with going back to the discussion about SAG and SAG actors and writers, right? I mean, I don't. That's what they fought against, right? They fought against not having AI movies, right? Because it would just like you're leaving out the actors' emotions, right? You're leaving out because it's emotionless, right? AI is emotionless. You don't have that kind of feeling as you do with a.
Well, that's right, yeah. But can they get it? I mean, you look on Netflix, and things like that, and they have, for example, computer generated movies like Resident Evil. They got the Resident Evil ones, and gosh, the quality is just incredible. But they do have live actors actually. You know, they would have had them with the suits with the balls on them and things like that to get so you can notice that natural movement. Pardon?
Motion capture.
Yeah, and things like that. So they do have that interaction, but they are just amazing with the visual part of it. So obviously AI is, I think, something that we can't escape. It's going to be that next evolution, isn't it? In things, and
but it has to go hand in hand with real life actors, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it can't negate having an actor be ruled out on set by an AI. It has to go hand in hand, right? So that's the argument. Yes, you're right. AI will get better and better and better, but the thing is that to fight, to let's say, I was replaced as an extra doing extra work, right?
Yep.
With an AI,
Yeah.
I wouldn't get paid because the AI would be working for me, working with that. So the AI would have that credit. I wouldn't, so I wouldn't get paid.
Yeah.
See where we're going? So yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's where the word sabotage came from. Where the field workers threw their wooden shoes into the machinery that was taking their jobs, and their wooden shoes were called sabot, and it's where they threw it into the machinery to destroy it because it was taking their jobs, and that's where the word sabotage came from. But Linda just said Resident Evil was garbage. Now I'm not talking about the films. I'm talking about. Have you seen the it's like the computer generated films that they do? So
artificial
they're like the cutscenes from the video game, that type of animation.
Right.
They're quite good, entertaining. Yeah, the films were rubbish because they never followed the game.
Yeah. Are you talking about Linda? You're talking about the Mila Jovovich films.
She's that's French. Is she French in these? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. See, some of their kind of computer generated effects weren't all that good, were they? Yeah.
That's another line where they went, okay, we'll make films, and all the fans go, yeah, it's just like we'll watch a live version of the game, and they're totally different. And they go, oh, and you go, why do that? It's it's just make it like the game. It's the story the same like the game, and the fans will love it because it's live action and they can refer to it. But nah, we got to stuff it up.
I do have a guilty pleasure in watching those films. I'm not doing that. So, yeah, it's. I think it's an escape for me, Andrew. Those films, it's just like 2 hours of nonsense.
Yeah, that's right. I love them.
Yeah,
I love them. You don't have to think about it. You have to sit there and go, I think he's the killer. I think he's the killer. That's definitely the killer. No, you just have to sit there and go, oh, he's going to split into a big monster.
Mindless entertainment.
I love mindless entertainment. Yeah.
And I'm mindless as it is, so that suits me down to a T. So, yeah, it's. But this, I think, to be quite honest, I think I had a conversation with Shabby and a couple of other people, a good conversation, right, about film, Andrew, right, and I think it's not going to get there, but I think we need to at least have one or two conversations throughout next year or whenever to be positive about talking about a film, because we end up talking about them negatively, right? Like especially Star Wars and especially Star Wars.
That's what a critic is. A film critic, fair income. If they're not crapping on the film, they're not doing their job right, are they?
No, yeah, but it's. I think the conversation got to a good space that we can be critical, right? And that's good. I mean, sometimes yes, okay, critical. We can overly be critical, right? But I think to have a good conversation, we've got to put the positives back into it, right? So
when you have it's like when you have an argument. If say say we're having an argument over this bottle, and I said that colour's not red, and you're saying yes it is, and that. But if I ended up saying that colour's red, and you say yes it is, well, conversation's over.
I know. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If we agree, so it's like a film. So whatever film it is, say we say Star Wars, we go, oh, that's awesome. You know, that conversation's over. But if we have an argument where you go, well, that wasn't good, and that wasn't good, that's how the conversation goes, and that's how film criticism is. I mean, you know, you look at where they have about on Rotten Tomatoes where they have fake reviews, and they're just like the film was great. You know, they're just what they call bot reviews. You know, but to critique film, that's what you're doing. You're critiquing it. What's good, what's bad. You know, I hated it, you loved it, and that's what a real conversation is. We can't just agree that everything's awesome.
I'm going to do that to JJ next time and say, it's good. I love the film, and that's the end of the conversation.
Yeah, that's the end of the conversation. Yeah, because you can't argue with someone that you agree with. Sort of. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's that's with film criticism. That's what you do. It's you critique it. You still enjoy it. Both enjoy the film. You know, but that's what you do. You argue and say, "Oh, that's great." Don't like the actor. Don't like the story. But the thing is, with the modern films, I'm afraid to say they're just crap. They're just rubbish. And it's like that they are done by AI because they have no feeling behind them. It's okay. Look at the Star Wars stuff. It's lazy writing. I mean, look at let's for example look at the last Mandalorian series. I think it was the third one, wasn't it? That's the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goes. They walk along. We're walking down a hallway. We're going over here. We want to do this. It's all just lazy writing. There's no heart to it. There's no feeling. Oh, we've got to go over here now. We've got to find this thing. It's just rubbish. There's no sort of plot behind it or underlining danger sort of thing. You know, it's just lazy writing, and that's what's the problem with the films. With the original Star Wars films, why they are good is because they ad-libbed a lot of it. When Mark Hamill said that, when they'd say, "Hang on," he wouldn't say it like that. He'd say it like this.
Yeah, that's because they took. that's because. Yeah, I mean, George Lucas's direction was that more intensity, go faster. Right. Yes. So that was his direction all over the place.
So they had a lot of they had some movies. So when he did the prequels, apparently they said, "Oh, we had to say exactly what was said." You know, they couldn't change the way it was said, so it sounded too robotic. You know, it's like they might as well have the script in front of their head there. That's why The Empire Strikes Back was good, because the bloke that directed it, I'm forgetting his name.
Evan Kushner.
Yeah, I mean, with the scene with Han Solo in the Carbonite, there wasn't on the script. There was nothing for him to say. He said, "Just say something." So that's what he came up with. She goes, he goes, he had to give a response, and there was nothing written. So he did a classic Han Solo. She goes, "Oh, I love you." He goes, "I know." You know, like.
I will correct you on that. At least there was something written, right? So because Irvin Kershner and Harrison Ford went into the caravan, right? His trailer, Harrison's trailer, right? And they had all these. They had. I got to say, I'm sorry. I'm going to correct you. I'm sorry, Andrew. I'm going to have to correct you.
I'm sure they said Han Solo. He had to come up with his own response.
No, they had. Irvin Kershner had the script there, right? In hand. Right, went into Harrison's trailer. Okay, they sat down. Harrison Ford was. We're going through the script. Okay, we're going through the lines of what he was supposed to say. Okay, and all this kind of all these lines and stuff like that, right? And Harrison Ford, after an hour, came out of the trailer, right, and says, "Okay, that's good. Okay, that's fantastic. Work this out. Okay, that's cool. All right." Didn't tell Irvin Kershner he was doing it, right, or saying anything, right?
Okay.
The line was that I love you, right? And here's our good old Harrison Ford says, I know. That was it. Take, right? That's a print. And that's what happened. All history. It's all history. Yeah. So Harrison just threw out the bloody lines at the scripts, and that's history, right? So they spent an hour on it.
Well, it was like Marlon Brando. He wouldn't read the scripts, so when he did Superman, he never even read when Marlon Brando played Jor-El. He never even read the script. He came on, and that what he did on they filmed was just on the top of his head.
Yeah, you heard about that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and the same with Apocalypse Now. Where they find him and he's just ranting and raving. He never even read the script, and it was just pure gold.
Yeah. Because he probably thought the lines were a little bit kind of. He wouldn't say that, like you just said. So
yeah, but that's what they need. They need these actors to put in their own interpretation because they're playing the character, and I think that's what's lost now in films. So it's too much. They got to say exactly what's virtually written, and they don't.
In some areas, I would agree. In some areas, I wouldn't. I mean, scripts are very important to some areas in my drama because they need to deliver a line. But again, you're right in saying that yes, it's not it's how you deliver that line in the script, right? It's how if you give the voice to that line as a character that you're playing, right? So you've got to actually play that line or lines, right, off of somebody in the script. In other cases, i.e., let's go to Ryan Reynolds and his take on scripts, right? He ad-libs a lot with actors.
Yeah.
So he makes things up that work, okay? But the other actor needs to feed off that. So that's, they might have a script, but the script is, you don't have to stick to it. So they can throw any line in and see if it sticks or work on it and then come to a rehearsal. The first take is a rehearsal and then you do a take and then something changes and they go off that, so, Taika Waititi's like, they have a script, but you can ad-lib something, right? So
okay.
I guarantee they ad-libbed a lot of stuff. Okay, Jared.
Jared, how are you?
I guarantee they ad-libbed a lot of stuff on Love and Thunder and Ragnarok, right?
Yeah.
So, because that's how Taika works sometimes, right? So, you're right in some cases, and in other cases they stick to the script. So, I know a lot. I know a lot of Fran Walsh's writing for Lord of the Rings was scripted, and they said the scripts verbatim for the lines, and other times, I think one or two lines they probably added something more to it, right? Because the actors could have said that better a different way. So here's Fran Walsh and Pippa Boyens on going, okay, let's put that up and write that into the script. So yeah, and that's continuity as well. That continuity person's going, oh, okay, he said that different. See, he or she said that differently. So,
I mean, you could have a good memory though to remember lines. I mean, we interviewed that actress Jennifer Runyon from Ghostbusters.
Right. Yeah.
And I asked her about that. I said, "Do do you just say like say we're talking, we say okay, you say a line. Do you have to keep going or with your lines, or do they stop the filming and then you read it again and then you go to the next line? She goes, no, you've got to remember it. You've got to okay, gosh, that'd be hard, wouldn't it?
It is. I mean, that a lot of directors and producers around say, look, come prepared in an audition, right? Come prepared in an audition, right? Know your lines, even in an audition, even if you don't get it, go prepared, right? So,
wow.
And then even on set, go prepared, because if you go underprepared, then you can the actor that you're acting off might get pissed off, or right, or you know, they do actually yell cut if you forgot a line, right? And that might be in a blooper reel. But they yell cut and they're quite gracious, all right, because you can go back to it, all right, and you can read it off the script, right, again, and take another take, and that's okay, it's fine. But if it's a very long monologue, right, of script, right, that you've got to memorize, go prepared. Even if you change one or two words out of it, it still means something. So, but a lot of actors and directors say go prepared, right? Because you're not going to win any favors if you don't go prepared. So that's the golden rule. I mean, get there early, be prepared. So,
so what's my next line, Pete? Hang on.
Well, I mean, you've seen the bloopers, right? On TV shows like Friends, right? They go, "Oh God, what's my line?" So here's the showrunner or scriptwriter runs in and because they're
show them there
lines, right? I mean it's not detrimental to an actor who has forgotten their lines or can't remember the lines, because yes, they've got their writers on set, right?
Well,
so
there you go, Pete. There's another thing for the movie companies with AI. They never forget their lines, do they?
No, but
because they know exactly what's coming up next. So no actors to go, oh, what was that, or a meal break or anything like that. You have your film done in an hour.
Yeah, but Andrew, I'm all for writers getting what they want and deserve, and actors being on set rather than AI, because it's I mean, I'm all for that. I was all for a SAG striking because of that area, right? Again, I'll repeat this: is that AI doesn't know how to do it yet. And yes, you're right; it's getting better, but they don't kind of show real life human emotion than a real actor can do on right. So if they were up against Brendan Fraser's Whale, right, being AI, it would be a completely different movie altogether.
Yes.
Because Brendan Fraser was that character, knew how to give emotion to that character, right? As to an AI would just be giving it a computer generated emotion, right? In some cases, emotionless. Yes, they don't forget their lines, but I think it's more real having an actor on set playing with that line in the script, right? Giving an emotion rather than an AI doing it.
Well, let's say this what they should do is like any experiment, I suppose. You get a script from a film that's long gone, we'll say Gone with the Wind, right? Get the script from Gone with the Wind. I said Gone with the Ring. Gone with the Wind.
Or Gone with the Ring, yes.
Gone with the Ring is the next version. And see what it does, and you compare the two. See what it does compared to what they did originally and how it comes out. I mean, it's like I mean, it's not really AI, but there's The Wizard of Oz, right? Watch that on YouTube, but it's put to Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, and it is great. It just blends in so well.
It would.
Have a look at it. Actually, it's really great. It blends in really well. Dark Side of the Moon, and
Wizard of Oz was quite dark in places.
yeah.
You know, it's some
but
dark.
I think,
Sorry.
but really, I know it's people's jobs and it's their livelihood and all that. And that, but I suppose it's like everything. It's down to the people who are actually viewing it, isn't it? I mean, with the see, you know, what did they prefer, the original or did they prefer the new one?
Well, a lot of people. I mean, in some cases, I mean, I prefer the original over the new one. In other cases, I prefer the new one over the original. But I still reckon the original is better than the original.
You know what I mean? You get the two films, get the AI to redo it. So say Star Wars. You got the original Star Wars. Give the AI the script to Star Wars and go, well, what can you do? You know, and see what its version comes out with. You know, and then you have the two and go, well, which is better, the human made one or the computer made one?
Yeah, I mean, once they get there, they might. But I think the consensus, Andrew, and I'm gonna go with the consensus. Give me George Lucas, the original one, not the AI. That's my thoughts, Andrew. So.
It'd be interesting though, as an experiment.
Yeah, it's an experiment.
They see which one would come out the best.
Yeah. Let's keep it an experiment because I don't want to be left without a job.
I think regardless on strikes and what people think and all that sort of thing, you guarantee that they've probably already done it. Guaranteed that they've probably already made films recently with AI, and they're viewing them somewhere and saying, "Hey, can we do this now? Can we get away with it?" They'd have to. You couldn't tell me that Disney wouldn't be doing AI. Have AI films already done?
There is actually a little bit of news on that. I think Bob Iger was actually looking at getting a team or a group together to do AI generated stuff. So that's in the works at Disney. So he said that somewhere in an interview somewhere. So and that's when the whole kind of SAG AFTRA strike kind of got, you know, we're going on strike because they didn't want to be replaced by AI, and that's where Bob Iger says, well, we can replace you because we're working on a group of people who deal with AI, right? But it's still led by creators who are creating AI because they need to actually work on it with computers, right? But you know that it's still led by people and programming.
I mean, it is counterproductive because those people lose their job. They don't have the money to go see the, to invest back into Disney and see the stuff anyway. So they're actually killing their own market, aren't they? Because people just can't afford them to actually see their product or enjoy their product. And, you got to have, when they start doing computerization of any jobs, those people lose their jobs. They can't afford
you're right.
Things and products and that. So they eventually, what do people do if everything's automated?
Exactly. Look at the machines that were making cars, right? So a lot of people lost their jobs because of now the machines can make cars. Why do you need humans?
Well, if you relate that back to a film, if you saw I think it was the Johnny Depp's Willy Wonka. Remember the father was putting the caps. How his job was to put the caps on the toothpaste.
Yeah.
And they replaced him with the. That's how it goes, isn't it?
It is.
Nobody thinks about the guy who puts the caps on the toothpaste, do they?
Progress. It's a horrible, scary thing, but in some cases, it's a we need it. In other cases, we can probably do without it. So.
See, even Santa, it's a Christmas show, Pete. Even Santa, see, we don't need him to deliver presents because we can 3D print our own.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You're out of a job, fat man, jolly fat man. You're out of a job. So, yeah.
I mean, how long before that becomes a reality where instead of getting a made item by a company, you pay for a download into your printer, and say the new Star Wars action figure, right? You have pay Hasbro, you pay your $20 or whatever, downloads into your printer and it prints it out for you in your own house.
Well, yeah, that's happening now with customizers, right? They've got 3D printers, and I'm sure, and people can correct me if I'm wrong if they watch this on replay. I'm sure Stan Solo with his 3 3/4 Star Wars is 3D printing, right?
Yeah, so, instead of the mold making.
Yeah, mold making. I mean, a lot of people have got 3D printers who are toy designers, right? So. A lot of people are making their own toys for 3D printers, right? So it's here now.
I mean, we saw Pixel Dan. You know Pixel Dan. He went to Mattel, and how they used to, when they do the pre-production ones, the prototypes.
Yeah.
And now they 3D print them and put them together. The prototypes, and they just look like the figure. It was amazing. Where they 3D printed this figure, the parts are, and put them all together, and it just looked like one come out of the factory. And it was the prototype. So obviously it's the speed. Injection molding, where they can pump out one like Lego, they're pumping out one every millisecond.
Yeah.
And if once 3D printing matches that, then that's when that'll go.
Yeah, I mean the 3D printers that people got at home, not fast enough because I think it was a stream. I think it was a toying around stream, or these guys were printing off something for Halloween, right? And it took about, it was day 1, day 2, day 3, and I was still printing out this big.
Well, when they come on at it.
Yeah, it's hey Scotty.
Hey, how you going, mate?
How you going? Come and join us, Scott.
We're just,
link up above.
We've just been talking about everything, haven't we, Pete?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, everything under the sun. Even the sun.
We've gone. In fact, if there was it's whatever the topic was, we've gone right off it. We've gone from Christmas to toys to AI printing to watching a Zulu dawn.
Come and join us, Scott, if you're not busy. Again, the link's up above if anybody wants to jump in. We're still going on. It's a Christmas special. It's... Yeah.
Well, we've been talking about 3D printing toys, Scotty. So I was just saying that Pixel Dan, he went to Mattel and they did for the prototypes, and they were 3D printing them and putting them together, and they'll just look like the ones that that they put into production. And they can do the colours and everything. So they're already, the prototypes, they're usually moulded in one colour and things like that. But these things were all multicoloured and everything. It was amazing.
Well, he can't. He can't, Andrew. He can't because he's going out shortly. So
No, he's going out partying, mate. He's younger than us.
yeah.
remember the days when you wouldn't go out till 11 o'clock.
Darth Mother. Hey, Darth Mother, you can jump on in if you're not busy or going out like Scotty has and take his long hair out. And,
these young people who can go out and party. For us to go out and party plus, what is it? It's 9 o'clock. We'd have to be on crack.
Exactly. Yeah. I have to get my Zimmer frame out if I want to go out.
Start early, finish early. Yeah, well, I know what that used to be. Now I know it's to sort of start late and finish early. This is my job, but yeah. So Pete, it's Christmas. Do you buy yourself something for Christmas?
I do. I'm in the process of wrapping my own Christmas presents and putting them on the tree at the moment.
I've done that as well. Usually it's a bigger one. Because that's when I was saying about the Star Wars, because every year there'd still be a wave of Star Wars coming through, and I buy a big Star Wars playset, wrap it up, and I put it under the Christmas tree and write from Santa.
Yeah, well, I've been doing this every year since. I've been single man, and it's fun. It's really fun buying yourself something, putting it under the Christmas tree because you've got something there on Christmas morning. That's my. Yeah. You can. I'm like Mr. Bean, jumping out of bed and jumping up and down, right? And opening opening a present. What I bought myself was really fun. So, I have about half a dozen presents under the tree. For me, sometimes you have to treat yourself. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So,
but those presents on the Scotty's tree are from other people. They're not from him. They're from real people. We have to buy our own now, Scotty. Put them under the tree. Geez. When you were a kid, Pete, did your parents actually put them under the tree, or did they put them at the end of the bed?
No, under the tree. So it was always under the tree. So
yeah, well, that was because at the end of the bed was more of a traditional thing that they used to do. They used to put the presents at the bottom of the bed, and my parents still did it for years. And one of the memories that's still stuck in my head is getting. I would have to been. We didn't get the Star Wars figures till 78, I think.
Right. Yeah.
78. They came out here in Australia, and I still remember getting C-3PO and R2-D2 for Christmas, and I've been sort of waiting for I think they have them in the retro collection,
right?
And I want to get those two and re-wrap them up again. But it's not the same, is it, as knowing that what's in it?
Yeah, I usually buy an action figure, right? But this year it's bought two presents for myself, and different kinds of presents for myself. One's a book, and one's a shirt. So,
well, we need shirts.
I tell you what I bought. It was it's a cartoon, the Grinch shirt, which I bought. It's a lime green shirt. So it was the EB Games on Zing. So I bought that. So, and it's the Matthew Perry book that I've got myself.
Duff Muzzer there saying, have you heard from? I think he must be talking about Salacious Rum, is he?
Yeah, I think he's still sick. he's struck down with being sick, so he's probably taking time out just to get better. Actually, I think he was doing his Monkey Lizard hangouts. I think he pushed them back, so he might be better. I'm not too certain. I haven't heard from him. I did actually frick him message Muzzer and say, "How are you?" I haven't heard back from him. So yeah. I will leave him in peace to heal. So, it's 'tis the season to actually get have colds. It's Christmas, so
yeah. Well, he's in England, isn't he? So yeah. I think COVID's still pretty rampant. So he might have picked something up, unfortunately.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, where you going? Universal Toy Collector there, down the bottom.
I see him there. Hey, PG, Donovan, Andrew, and those of you in the chat. G'day, Stu. I know your Christmas do is coming up on YouTube today, actually. In fact, is it? I don't know. Could be wrong. Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to that because I'm going to ruin your party. So,
are you going to be on? Are you, Pete? Or?
Well, he's inviting everybody. I think it might be tomorrow.
Okay.
So he's I mean, yeah, he's inviting everybody anyway, Andrew. So you can probably pop on in. Yeah. So if I invite Stu or Sue on now, he'd probably say, nah, Pete, no, like everybody else, and say, no, I'm going out, man. So yeah, he's probably getting his hair done, I reckon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. We're just talking about for those who just joined. We're just talking about Chrissy presents, and I was just saying to Pete, I miss the days of waking up and having a present that was actually that I didn't know that I actually wrapped myself. So, and I mean, I don't blame things like my family and that, because when you have such a big toy collection, I mean, the worst thing they're going to do is get you something. You go, oh, I've got that, or something like that. So they don't bother. They don't bother because it's not like they can sneak in and go, well, let's see what he hasn't got. They'd be in there. They'd die of starvation in there.
Probably.
10 p.m. UK time. I don't know. Like 9 in the morning or something for us.
What? 9 in the morning for us. Okay, for you guys. Okay, what's this? Sending some positive vibes, Linda. Okay. I didn't know. Okay, that's no good, Linda. I was also send positive vibes as well. Yes. Thanks, Muzzer, for that. Yeah. So positive vibes, Linda. Positive vibes.
Yes. Yeah. So it's just. I mean, it's just a shame that there's no real big toy lines at the moment for a film. And that's what I do miss actually is around about the Christmas time, because there was always a Boxing Day blockbuster coming out, wasn't there? I mean, the Lord of the Rings and all that, they came out in, I think it was on Boxing Day for us. I don't know about New Zealand. There was always that big blockbuster that you look forward to. You go, oh, cool, because Boxing Day is usually nothing's open except for the cinemas. And you go, oh, yeah, excellent, we could go off and see a film. And but there's no films sort of come out other than, I mean, I know they get Transformers and they had that came out with some line, but there's no real blockbuster coming out and with a group of toys attached to it. And I think that's what sort of the Christmas was all about too. You got the toy and then you go off and see the film. and you sort of miss that feeling.
Yeah, it's gone are those days. Yeah, sadly enough, because we're in those days of streaming, still in the streaming wars kind of deal, really. So corporates want to get more greedier, and so.
Well, you think, well, you're right there, Pete. But you think, okay, these streaming services like Netflix would do a blockbuster film for their streaming service for the Christmas period, and advertise it that they got this blockbuster. It's going to be on Netflix or Prime or something like that. And
haven't they done that with be it Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley? That's a blockbuster. He's coming back to do a 5th film, so you could say that's probably because that's on Netflix. So
yes, on Netflix, yeah. But I mean, one around about Christmas time, sort of thing. Something really huge. And you think that they would get merchandising involved. I know there's been a few figures that go as seen on Netflix, but gotta get going. Have a great stream. Great weekend, everyone. See you after, Mars. Bye.
Yeah, Mars. I mean, it's all about again the word prevalent in this conversation is the landscape has changed. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Luckily, we're. Oh, g'day, Georgie. How are you doing? Luckily, we still have physical media, for Blu-rays and DVDs. Luckily, so we got that. First proper job I had was Toys R Us. We always would have the toys, figures in the store way before the movie had hit.
Yes, that's right, and that's what I was just saying to Pete, Georgie, about that. Sometimes some things that these toys would turn up, and you go, well, "What's all this?" And then you find out there's a film coming out, and that was really cool. That was really good. And sometimes they'd have they'd have a shelf date, so they wouldn't spoil the film. And in fact, I'll show you something. So just entertain the crowd on that point. I'll show you something. I'll be back in a second because I'm not in my usual den, so I'm in the. So sing a song, Pete. I'll be back in a second.
I will entertain my crowd. Yes. All 7 of them. Good to you. Good for you guys to join people in Christmas visual. Stu.
Yeah. So what I was saying there, Pete, and what Georgie's saying that I'll show you something about that. And that's okay. The Lost in Space film. Right.
What do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back? A stick.
Yes. But here's the Lost in Space. This is Lost in Space. Now these came out before the film did, and anyway, it's got this cover over it.
Wait, hang on.
It was the cover of it because if they showed it, it would have spoiled the film. So I've got 2. So that's how it looked, and they had this cover. It says warning. If you can see it up there, warning: remove before you see the movie at your own risk. So what it was saying is, if you remove it and spoil the film, that's your problem. But here's the one with the cover off. So there you go. So that's the one with the cover off. So if you rip the cover off, it would have spoiled the film because if a spoiler to anyone who hasn't seen the Lost in Space film, when he takes the robe off, that's what it is underneath.
It doesn't really matter, though, does it, these days? Because there are always spoiler alerts, and you're always spoiling the movie anyway on reviews.
What I'm saying is they don't do toys like that, and that
they don't. Yeah, they don't. Yeah,
what I mean, they don't do toys that come out before the film, really.
yeah. It's again. They should do it. They should go back to that, but again, it's the changing landscape of it. I mean, it's like, can we get these toys out in time? And that's in some cases, like, i.e., big Hasbro, um, in some cases, the TV programs will go past by, and it takes them years to actually get that figure out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, I know we've talked about production problems, things they can't get them out of China now, and I think that was with the Motu stuff. But you look at like Jurassic Park, Jurassic World figures, they're made in Vietnam now, and you see they're everywhere, on the shelves everywhere. So, and they can get the stuff out now.
Yeah, good point. It could be down to the fact that in some cases, some of these companies can get them out faster than other companies do.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know. Don't ask me how to explain it, because I don't know. But maybe they've got this trick they can actually do to get them out faster than other companies. So,
well, I think it had real trouble getting them out of China with all the political issues they have with China now, and so they were made in Vietnam, and so I think that's what they need to do: make things back in Taiwan or something again. Get the things out, like the original toys all made in Hong Kong and that sort of thing. So, but anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. It makes sense, though there were details in some of the news, TMNT Mutant Mayhem, that spoiled plot points in the film.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's what they do, and that's why they had a lot of street dates, I think, with the Star Wars stuff too. They couldn't put the certain figures out.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard about that. They're still doing that, Andrew. They're still doing dates out, right? Even till 2023. I mean, I've heard Carlos and even Gary's Grails, who I've subscribed to, good channels, because they're toy hunting, right? Channels, basically, and they can't get the toys because they're street dated. So, which is pretty silly if you kind of think about it. So we don't get it street dated here in this country, or probably Australia. So
Then again, there's nothing really to put out that's anyway. It's I mean, I've been the last few years now. I've been going around and round and search. You just get disappointed because it's just nothing. What I'm doing is I'm chasing a memory. I'm chasing something that we could do years ago that was plentiful, and then It was like the other day. I was it wasn't toys. I was going out to find this. I had a friend coming over, and he only drank this sort of Perrier type water, and they had it in smaller bowls. And I ended up going to 3 suburbs, and they didn't have it. And they go, "You're chasing a memory, mate. We don't have it anymore." And you go, "Oh," and that's why it's sort of virtually with toys. We're out there hoping that we're going to come across this big wall of Star Wars vehicles, or and things like that you see back in the 80s, and it's just not there.
Same with here. Same with here, Andrew. It's just like and funny enough that when I go toy hunting, and when I was working, I don't go much now because I'm not working and I don't have that much money, right? Anyway, different story. But when I did, it's just like in one area, because I live in the city area, right? Okay, in Wellington City, right? Okay, and when I go hunting, right, I want to find 3 3/4 stuff, okay, or
Yep.
really, right, stuff like that, right? But I can't find it in warehouse, the big red shed what we've got here, right? But if I go out in the outskirts to Lower Hutt, which is on the outskirts of Wellington, which is a different Lower Hutt kind of town or city, right? They call it, right? I can find what I want out there because there is such a thing of not too many people are interested in Star Wars over in Lower Hutt, right? So they won't buy it.
Oh, okay,
But
yeah.
in the city because there's more Star Wars fans in the city. So
Yeah.
that's I don't know if you struck that at all. Where
Different suburbs, and you'll find different things there, and probably here in Australia, where because we're so multicultural, and so you're going to get areas that they're not into it, and so there'd be good pickings over there because they've got a different sort of culture there and that sort of thing, and that's like years ago because when round about when the Power of the Force came out. Everyone had them. Even Coles and Woolworths had them. So we were going to different suburbs, going to the Coles, going to the Woolworths, and they were getting the figures even before Toys R Us.
Right.
Yeah. They were getting actually, and we'd go hunting and all that. I remember just spending days going around to different shopping centres, just hunting these things up, and it was good fun, really. But I was single then. I wasn't married. But now it's I'll go to the shops, and the toy shops there, and but it's sort of disappointment after disappointment because we're praying for something new to come out, but not only just new, but reasonably priced too.
Yeah, well, I think it's down to. I mean, you must see this as well. I've had this discussion before. Everybody has, I think. For us, exactly for New Zealand and Australia as well, that the distribution is pretty, hit and miss, right? We get things way later than everybody else, right? So, I don't know if you've heard been asked the question, why don't the Malaysian market or the Asian market cut the middleman out? We get it from them, instead of it goes, but it goes first to the bigger countries. America or the UK gets it, right?
Yes.
And we have to wait months down the track to get anything good. So there is that kind of discussion or argument, if you will. So that's why we're toy hunting, right? That's why we're waiting for these action figures to come onto our shores, and again, it months to weeks to get here. But when it does,
unfortunately, you're sort of the last one on the rank, aren't you? I mean, after you use Antarctica, so their stores would be getting up, and
I bet they get more than us. So I guarantee they get more than us. Sorry, I'm just rifling through these comments.
Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, get the comment. That's the only thing about the StreamYard. You know how you get the comments come up you have to put them up on the screen?
Yeah.
I wish they'd just come up automatically on the screen.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Instead of going there, and then because if you forget people, because we're talking and you forget for people in the stream, and they get annoyed, and it's just a shame it doesn't automatically come up on screen. I think that'd be a good option for them to do.
They're having a good conversation there. So,
people. So what are they talking about? Talking about customizing.
Yeah, Mr. B's a customizer, right? So,
I'd love to have that talent. I see some of them, and they do such an excellent job. And I go, I just haven't got that talent and that patience. You have
Linda
to
does customizing as
have
well, I think, doesn't she? I think Linda, you do customizing as well. So uh,
and another thing that'd be hard is getting a figure and then going, oh, I'm going to modify this. I just couldn't do it. Yeah.
holy shit! Peter got his haircut. Yes, it did. Yeah.
That's Pete. The farm boy Luke.
Yeah.
The farm boy Luke, we call him. The farm boy action figure. They call it farm boy Luke.
Yeah, but he got it with his hat and his goggles on his hat. Yeah, so
they did. They did do that in the later ones, in the newer ones.
So,
but they didn't do it in the original one.
I like the look. I like that farm boy look where he's got that cloth kind of hat and goggles on top. It's brilliant.
Yeah. They did a 12-inch figure of that, like that, when they were doing 12-inch figures.
I missed out on that.
Yeah, they were good. They're all. Have you ever seen them, Pete?
What's that? Sorry.
The 12-inch figures with the cloth.
Yes.
Yeah. And all. I'm not talking about the Hot Toys ones.
No.
These are the ones Hasbro did in the 90s and things like that. They're really well made. And now they've gone just to those hard plastic ones. But I'll show you. I'll get a couple. I'll show you.
When he's saying, I take my hat off to those who do custom figures. I doff my cap to you. That's what you should say, Sue. I doff my cap to them. Doff my cap. Cat. I doff my cat and my hat. Here we go. Yes. Customizers do the best work, apparently, and they do. Yes. Yeah. Sue, you've got to say that. Say that on chat. You've got to doff my cap to them. Doff it. Doff. Come on. Christmas. So I found a couple of YouTube videos of the collection not too long ago. I know. I caught that. I got a bit lackadaisical on the second half of that, Mr. B, but I'll be looking at. Go on. You got Andrew?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying that these are the modern ones. So this is the solo one, right? Now he's just hard plastic, just hard plastic in there, molded plastic. But these ones that they did, these were great. It came in a window box. If I can, you open them up and see they've got all cloth. They're all cloth.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So I had them actually, these ones on display, so I can actually get them out. Oh, dropped his lightsaber, but no matter. And they're lovely in cloth ones, look. So they've got all the cloth clothing and things like that. And they're really nice. I mean, they're not as what sort of like Hot Toys, but they were really good. They're all nice. They're all really well displayed.
Beautiful looking things.
Yeah, they are. They did quite a lot of them, and this one, it's still in the box. It's Luke in his the X-wing, but they're all cloth, uniforms and things. Those ones. I mean, we got the Leah one. I mean, the Leah one's quite good. So I can get her out. I had these all on display, and that's what I'm going to do again. I'm going to display all these again. But, so done. It's sort of similar to the originals.
They're all nicely and good nick, you might say too, with their.
Yeah, I mean, how many original Leahs in the 12-inch do you see with the buns? On the side, like my buns.
I bet Sue does.
But yeah, they were good. I don't these 12-inch ones. They're quite nice. I got quite a lot of them. The droids and things like that. Things like that they sort of do now unless it's a Hot Toy.
Yeah.
And these were cheap as well. what year were these? These were like in the 90s, late 90s. I have to get my glasses on. I'll tell you exactly. Where's the Obi-Wan box? 96. 96, these ones.
I think I have Padawan Obi-Wan like those, and then usually Mike's got. So he's saying, well, was it? Lost my place here. I have 3 of those 12 from that line, Andrew. So he's got those.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it was funny because when they got to the Phantom Menace, actually, because I was cleaning up the other day, and I go, why have I got 2 Darth Mauls? And I think what I was planning to do was have the boxed one and one loose, but that gets very expensive. and I've got no room for even just one-offs. But yeah, they look good, the 12-inch, and it's a shame they went to, as I said, just went to these hard plastic type ones.
Right, yeah. I guess the material probably got quite pricey, maybe.
Yeah, that's right. Because I think these averaged for about $15 or something like that, or $10 if they were on, on special. And yeah, the cloth ones is well, it all stems back to our conversation on manufacturing, and things like that. And well, hopefully, nothing gets in and eats the cloth either. So, I mean, look at the $6 million man. I think Matt's about the only one who's got where his cloth thing hasn't been eaten by a certain little mite. They just always seems something got into them and ate them. And
mothballs,
yeah. And but anyway, it's the same. What I'm saying is that there's nothing exciting on the shelves like that anymore, unless you're paying $600 for a hot toy figure.
Anyway, Mike, if you're not busy, jump on board. If you want to, it's Christmas. I'm having a Christmas special. Talking to Andrew here. You know Andrew. The links up above if you want to jump on. Don't worry, I won't keep you waiting for 20 minutes like I did last time.
But Mike, we were just saying about I mean, you're a little bit younger, but waking up and having a Christmas present that was Star Wars, like now there's not even any sort of like generic vehicle out that you can buy and wrap up or anything. Yeah, they got the figures, some figures, and they're expensive. But unless you're waiting for a HasLab, there's nothing there really in that generic line you can just wrap up and have for Christmas. It's unless you go back to the Power of the Force stuff, which you'd have to get off eBay and things like that. It's just not the same, from getting it from a shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, and seeing a wall of them and running down in there and,
he's just subbed. He's just subbed to you, Mr. B. Sorry, I'm just going to your link. So, just started. Hang on. Can't read the bloody thing. Yes. I'm getting old, guys. I'm getting old. Just started. You see, still viewing 3 Wars. So I'm just reading that really fastly. It probably didn't make any sense either. So yeah. Thank you, Mr. B. There we go. I'm just about to say blah blah blah. Forgive me. I said blah blah blah. Mr. B, I am here. Booth? What the hell is Booth? Inviting you to be on an episode of my collecting life. Oh, okay. Tooth. Is it Tooth? I think Tooth. That's really weird. Your spelling, Sue, is bad, worse than mine. Clean life, and you wish to accept the invite. There we go. There you go, Mr. B. Okay. Sorry, Andrew. I'm way behind on.
That's all right. You've got to acknowledge the people on the chat.
Yeah. Mr. B. Sorry, I'm just. It's another link. There's another link there. Was it? What did he say? Can't see it. Oh, fourth. Not the fifth. Then it's not the fifth. It's the fourth. Okay.
Okay.
Bloody typos. Yeah, blame it on the bloody typos, Sue. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Okay. I know what he meant. Yeah, we all know what he meant. He meant the tooth. That's what he meant. Mike, if you're still there, jump on with me and Andrew on the Christmas special if you've got nothing better else to do. And no, you probably don't have anything to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I really like those dolls. I think they're great. They're great. A spider just crawled out of one.
Oh God!
It just ran off across the floor.
Was it a big one?
That's spider? An accessory. It comes with real spiders.
Oosh.
Yeah.
Hey man, how are you going? Lamb Echo, one.
Lamb Echo. How you going?
How are you, man? Cool. Every awesome. See, Andrew, we're nearly going for 3 hours on the special, which is really good. So,
it's all right. I thought we're going 24.
So,
we're going right up to Christmas Eve, aren't we, Pete?
Yeah. we're not going to enter Stu's stream. We're just going to go right past it. So,
I'll show you what's going to look like if we did that. This is what. This if we went up that long, this is what Peter look up. You go, it's the P.G.M.
Yeah. You're exactly right. I would look like that. Yeah. There we go. We got another special.
Oh, that didn't take long. Wow, I just clicked the button to get on.
Yeah. There you go, Mike. How's things?
Hello, everyone.
Rub it in there, Mike. Rub it in there. Yeah.
Merry Christmas. I put the tree up for you. There you go.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Well, that didn't take you long. Wow.
It's been up since November 25th.
You're not another shabby, are you? Yeah, Andrew, he's another shabby. So, yeah.
Mike, how come it's still light up there? Was the sun hasn't gone down yet?
No, it's the bloody kitchen light has 1,000-watt bulbs. I think it's.
I was going. Is that the sun? It's not that far up.
I can turn the light off and get a bit of mood lighting. Hang on, let me see.
Andrew, you've got a question.
Oh, that's better. That's better, Pete, Mike.
And
I look very white. I look white. Look, you guys look tanned and nice, and I'm pasty.
That's because you've got to get out more.
Me, Mike. Me, pasty face. Australian. Yeah.
Well, Mike, we've been talking about just anything. So, what's been happening in your end?
I brought some show and tell. Look what I'm starting to collect. You'll like it.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Will they cost you $1 million?
A lot of dollary dues. Now, notice this side of the card has not been tampered with right there, but this side you can see the little tears. They pinched the weapon out of there many moons ago. They pinched the weapon out.
Oh, okay.
That's the black gun.
How many moons were there, sir?
It could have been the 90s. It could have been the early 2000s. I don't know.
Yeah, gee.
Yeah. But it's a Rigididge, all beautiful. I do want to collect them all. I want to collect them all because it's just
wow. I think I've only got one, and that's an Ewok. It's a little green one. He looks like a little withered one. He's a green Ewok.
Is he on the back there?
Yeah, no, he's not. You know, he's from that line, or is he from Ewoks?
He might be from Ewoks.
Ewoks,
There
yeah.
was
Okay.
There was Wicket and there was Low Grey. They're the only
Oh,
two Ewoks
okay.
in the Ewok line, and the others were all those Dulocs, the green fellas. 4 of
Yeah,
them.
I got one of those. I think. Yeah, and that's about the only one I've got. But yeah,
Where I'm going.
there's a vehicle too, isn't there? There's that flying vehicle
Yeah,
in the
it's
droids.
ATLST-80. I can't remember what it is. Yeah, something like that.
Like, are you auditioning for Casper, the friendly ghost?
Yeah. Ooh. I look pale, don't I?
We'll turn the Christmas tree on and then they'll break it up.
The Christmas tree doesn't have any lights. The lights are over here.
Okay. You're supposed to go on the tree.
Get a tanning bed.
Do we like to see some more stuff? More stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. 1980 Empire Strikes Back. Ooh, card back
Ooh.
with a Toys R Us sticker on it.
Oh, okay. American Toys R Us it would have been then.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't have those stickers here, did we? I don't think
No.
Aussie had those Toys R Us stickers.
Yeah,
Just
it's beautiful.
Just the pop cut out of it. That's one. We got a small little amount here. We have 21B. Lovely, lovely. Know how well they're looking in this light. There's a target.
You can see them. Yeah.
Old
It's all
target.
good.
I can't put
Yeah.
the camera.
I can't see someone's blanked out the price because it would have been a present.
Ah, that's why it's like that. I got
Yeah.
you. I paid a whole $1.99 for that one.
Okay. Sorry.
Got the Office Survival Kit on that one. Lovely.
Stickers
Oh,
right in his face. That's a
Venture.
bit of a shame.
200.
Yeah, just like they do now.
Yeah. Get that retro sticker off there. It's been happening for years. 41 back. Very nice. Survival kit offer.
Beautiful.
What we got here? We got Chewie on the Empire card. Classic Chewie. What's he? $2.48.
Yes.
41 back with the
My
blue
old
back.
card backs, no bubbles, just the card.
Just the
That's
card.
the least.
Yeah, if you have him on card now, he'd be 2048.
The reason I like collecting card backs is because I also collect trading cards. So this is a trading card to me. That's why I like them. Oh, by the way, Donald Bradman, 1932.
Oh, beautiful.
This is
Have you ever seen the signed one?
Yes, there's one sitting on eBay now for $30,000. I missed an opportunity. That one's got its certificate of authenticity. There's a couple that float around that people said that's mine. I got it. I bought it from someone who got it signed personally. You see them come up, but they can be authenticated later on. But you're just taking your risk whether someone just bought one of these and decided,
yeah, well, that's right. Yeah,
$500, mate. $500. Yeah.
Sue says, hindsight is a wonderful thing. Wishing I had kept my original Kenner figures and card backs.
Of course. I got the special 3-pack. Back in the day. Yeah, they used to be like a special 3-pack. They do them now in the modern version.
Oh yes, with the top of the card and it all bends over as well.
No. They were in a square. They were in a square box, and they came with a card back. They actually took out. But they had it was like a 3 special set. They still do it now. And they have the 3 figures in it. They've done it in the Power of the Force ones and that.
I should have one. I've got a modern one. I don't know the
modern one, yeah. But I remember getting them as a kid, and you're ripping them open. And I think they go for about $3,000 or $4,000 now. But yeah, it's a saying. As Stu was saying, hindsight's a wonderful thing. But I wish my parents had said, "No, you can't have that. We're going to put it up in the cupboard until you're 50."
And you'll appreciate it more.
Because back in the day, that's what you did, and that's why those card backs are ripped and torn because kids played with them, and it's a wonder you even get the card backs. It's quite amazing.
Very true. I just noticed nearly all Empire here, but I have a Jedi. I got a Jedi. They cut the pops off these ones in here. Cut the pop off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yep.
So there's from the good old US of A. There is the price on the back. What does that say? $3.29. So it's an expensive one.
That's how much I'm with.
Oh,
That's
by
how
the time
much
you
I'm with.
Jedi. Whew. Then I got Sand People with the arena. Very nice. What are you? $2.49 from Venture. And there's a missing pop again. Yeah, apparently if people collect these, having the pop makes it more expensive, like it's more valuable. But to me, I was like, here's my favorite. Oh,
yeah.
Peekaboo look. That if the figure's on there, sealed on this one, that's a lot. How much?
Yeah, I love that figure. That was really good.
$3.59 is it? Three KB Toys, $3.69. There you go. That's expensive. Those days, yeah. Good old classic 45 back. I also wish I had the same price one. You did pick that price. Very true, Stu.
Oops, I missed that. Sorry, Mr. B. Huh? You still showing?
Oh, so I'll show one. I've got figures now. I got Zorana. This is thank you to my buddies called Hyperspace Vault. They picked these up for me in Kentucky because they appeared in like Ross, I think it was, for $5.99. And Dusty classics.
Because we're not getting any of them out here, are we?
They're starting to turn up on EB Games again. I was like, what?
Oh.
So I've got me pre-order in for the Vamp, but there's a few figures up there now. There should be like Helix and Buzzer. Who else is on that list? Shockwave should be available. Then the pre-orders are like, oh, my memory's gone. Metalhead. Was it a Metalhead? I can't remember. I cannot remember. I'm so daft. I should remember these because I say it in videos, and you think, oh, all day long I should, spit it out to the camera. I should be able to remember it like rock solid. Right, Techno Alley Viper, the Anniversary Soldier, the Anniversary Sailor, Big Boa, Airborne.
Sailor. Sorry, that's bad.
Quick Kick, the Vamp that I mentioned, Mutton Junkyard next January, and Metalhead. Yeah, Metalhead for April. There you go. So some coming back. They're starting to come back.
I've seen Mike that the Super 7 ones in Toymate. The 3 3/4 size.
Oh yeah, I was in a Toymate today on the Gold Coast, and they had one. And I already have him. Snake Eyes.
Oh, okay. I'll wait for the sailor to turn up so I can buy a few sailors and put on, just stand around on the flag sort of thing.
Be perfect. Yeah, they just had a box. They must have had a box of 8, and they're all Snake Eyes. And I was like, I've already got him.
They're still expensive too. They want what, $25 for them or something?
Yeah, $24.98.
Yeah, that's rubbish. Jeez.
Mr. B says, I just started going down the G.I. Joe rabbit hole. Something to Rebels.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Thanks to Rebels Games. Okay. I thought you. Sorry, Mr. B. I thought you were referring to the TX HX Miramax thing.
THX.
Yeah. It means thanks. I'm old. Okay. It's
THX. The old reference to them is American Graffiti. It's on the license plate of the car.
Okay.
Yeah, put it on the plate. American Graffiti. See THX written on the plate.
I don't know Joe either. I mean, I don't collect Joes at all. So
it's a real rabbit hole. If you're starting to go down the rabbit hole of collecting the vintage stuff, what a hole it is. It's a never-ending hole. I think you feel like bloody, yeah. Is that a guide? Is it?
Yeah, that's the Mark. How do you say his name? Belomo. Yeah, this is a fantastic book. Every Joe ever made from those years, like right back for very first straight arm stuff.
Is that an old one, Mike?
This one, this was printed in this. When did this come out? 2005.
Okay.
Where's me?
Did someone send you that, or did you pick it up on eBay?
No. This is sent to me from Rob's Retro, and he knew I was getting into it. When I started collecting classifieds, I was like, I'm interested in collecting the 3 3/4. Like, if I picked up a classified figure like Zorana, I'd like to pick up the vintage version of it. And he knew that I wanted that sort of correlation of modern one, vintage one, and he got me the book so I could find out all the vintage ones, because my knowledge was only as good as the old cartoon show that I used to watch, and I had very few Joes. I had 4 Joes back in the day, only 4, and the biggest collection of them was all the corpse figures that I used to call them corpse. I still call them corpse. The core,
I call them corpses. It's sort of spelt corpse, isn't it?
Well, I pronounce them core.
Core. Properly,
not
is
corpse.
that properly?
Corpse. Not dead people.
It sounds like core. Yes. Yeah. So my next door neighbor had all the GI Joes, and I was so envious he'd come over and be like, I got Falcon, I got Flint, all the cool looking ones, and I'll be over here with Boomerang Billy and bloody Tony Tanner and be like, oh, I've got some GI Joes. No, you don't. You've got Corpse.
Sounds like the way.
I got one from the Corpse line. Look, here's one from the Corpse line.
That's my line. Yeah, let's go.
The GI Joe classified line looking good. Yeah, it started off a bit how you going, because the very first stuff they gave us was all like, we're going to put space age weapons and recolor the original figures, like the characters that we're going to modernize them and change them up a bit, and everyone's like, oh, not so good. Then come that movie that was god awful. It's not a GI Joe movie at all. It's just a generic ninja movie, and the sales of those figures didn't sell. They still peg them in the US in the cheap shops, and it's like we stopped selling them here in Australia pretty much from then. It was just no one cares. And then their design team just lifted their game so much, and now they're just phenomenal. Every figure that comes out, everyone's like, oh, that looks good, that looks good, that looks good. GI Joe's just killing it. Out of all the franchises that Hasbro has, GI Joe's right up there. Yeah. And they haven't got anything. They haven't got a TV show going. They've got no film. We forget that Snake Eyes movie,
I'll be right back. Take the helm, Andrew and Mike. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. We'll drive it into the ground.
Yeah. Thank you.
Won't do that to your feet.
He comes back and we're swinging our shirts in the air.
We can say some terrible things and come back and YouTube's cancel these channels.
Yeah, we're just saying that we were talking earlier. This is sort of no toy lines with a film. It was like like Boxing Day. There was, even because Pete was in Lord of the Rings and that. The sort of the blockbuster would come out on the Boxing Day, and there'd be like a toy line and things like that. There's just nothing like that now. It doesn't feel the same. So it's a shame, because when you look at the Star Wars toy section now in Zing, it's down to like 2 racks. Yeah, there's just nothing there, and it's a bit sad now. There's lots of if you're into Jurassic World, there's lots of dinosaurs, but there's nothing.
Yeah, I can't get into dinosaurs. I'm too deep in other things. I like my Joes and my Star Wars and my Indiana Jones on top of that. But from there, what else do I want to collect? Is like, I have a couple of Back to the Future reaction figures. I know that the collection is 8 of those. I'd like to collect them all. I've got 2, so that's long term. The NECA figures, I have 2 of those. I'd like to, eventually get a few more of them. I don't have Tom Wilson's character Biff, so I'd like to add that eventually. Yeah, there's little bits and pieces that you sort of like go back to every now and again. Like even the run of 96 figures, I'm missing like 18 of them. So to get the whole set, I'll be like, and then I go and start these as well. There's another 12 Ewoks, another 6. Yeah.
Well, those droids, they're a real investment. Those ones, that's for sure.
Oh,
to get.
I got when I got the new modern day ones, the what was it, C3PO, R2, and Boba Fett. When they come along, I was like, oh, look, the packaging's different. It's just so brilliant. The figures on the other side of the card, like Joe's. Yeah, you noticed that, didn't you? Yeah. So, see, they put the figure on the other side of the card back. There you go. Pete's back. What did you find out while you were gone?
I found a toilet. I had to go.
Oh, spreading the Christmas cheer.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Come on, a real streamer of wear nappies, Pete.
Don't remind me.
Do you remember that story about the astronaut lady and her husband cheated on her, and she put on the nappy to drive 17 hours in a car so she wouldn't have to stop and go to the toilet. She was just pissing herself and just keep going. She'd only stop to fill up and just keep going to catch up with him. He's at a 17-hour drive, so she wouldn't have to stop and piss all the time. She wore a nappy, an adult nappies.
That's commitment.
Well, I say good on her. Good on her. Really.
What's Stu saying? One must get his lazy arms.
Right, gents. One must get his lazy bed. Things to go. Us Georgie has just finished in the bathroom, so I'm gonna jump in. Oh, thanks for that. Thanks for giving us that gory detail. Go and wash your hair. Sorry.
Oh, here you go, you cheeky boy.
So you having a break over Christmas, Mike?
My break is
going on here?
January.
In January you have an off, are you?
Yeah.
You doing much, or you staying home?
No, I'll be going to visit some relatives.
Oh, okay. In a state or?
Yeah, in a state. In the great state of Queensland.
Oh, that's all right. Surfers Paradise?
No, Brisbane.
You sound like my dad when we used to drive up to Queensland for holidays, and you go driving past and you see those, like the movie world. Can we go there? No. Can we go there? No. Just keep driving.
Make sure your kids are looking while you go past. Yeah.
I agree, Mr. B. I would rather have the barge.
Yeah, well, we missed it. Maybe if I save up again, I had the choice of getting the barge or the flag, but I went for the other. So, but if I save up, I might get it. But then again, I don't know where to put it. It's another big toy to put somewhere. It's quite big, that thing. Have you seen it, Mike, in real life, in the barge, the box?
No, I've never seen one in real life. I had the opportunity to, but something come up and I missed out. Yeah,
I saw one at the toy show this year, actually. I asked the sort of make. Yeah, it was huge. No wonder they didn't sort of make them commercially, because they probably only get like 4 on a pallet.
Yeah. Can you get a few more of them in, please? Yeah, you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, the ship would just be full of barges coming out. Massive toy. So, that's another thing. There's no sort of like, other than the HasLabs, there's no sort of big play sets anymore either.
No, they give you a little play sets, which is like the bunker, the Tantive 4, Jabba's Palace small one. Oh, the throne room, that was decent, but I don't think we got it here, did we?
Yeah, I didn't buy it. It was on Zing.
Briefly, wasn't it? It was like $700 or some crazy price.
Yeah, it was something like that. And the time to think about it, it's gone. Because you think, because you imagine they go, well, we only had like 1 or 2 per store or something like that, and so the time you don't have time to think about it, you either get it or you don't get it, I think. And then there's no way I'm going to try and get it from the States or anything like that. It costs the same amount in postage to get it out here.
That will.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to hunt for a Sky Striker, like an 80s one.
Oh.
In
a box or loose?
Loose. I don't want any Joe stuff in the box because I want to display them. I want to play with them, to get one of them out here, it's so expensive. One you got to find a decent sort of one, and then it's just so expensive. But even the HasLab, I see one on Oz there, and they want like $900 for it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I say. Look at it and go, whoa, and I go, oh, gee, that's just too expensive, to
justify a toy airplane. Just
yeah,
that should have been converted to like 500. 500 should be.
So
they did worth 500. Yeah, when I think they were 500 US though. I think.
Oh.
So I think did Zing have them? They might have had them, for a pre-order at the time, but I didn't get one.
I don't know if they did. I don't think they did, and they definitely didn't have the HISS tank because I was checking for that. I was trying to get them, and people offered from the States. I'm like you said before, the postage. I'm like, it's going to break me. So, yeah, it might be nice to drop 350 US, but then the 350 postage on top of it. Yeah, by the time it gets out,
you're just crazy, isn't it? Yeah, it's a shame.
You see. Sorry, I am listening to the conversation, but I'm the other way around. I think, guys, I'm hitting 2 TVC and 3 3/4 because I've got no room for Black Series or anything like that. So, my main aim is to go TVC 3 3/4, but yeah, vehicles are okay, but go a little bit more stylish, minimalistic kind of viewing, or world building. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm hitting. So, because we all got our own kind of how we want to click, right? So, that's but click what you like. But yeah, styles, collections change, don't they? Really.
Yeah.
So
and displaying them too. For me, behind me in my set that I have, I look at that all the time. And the other stuff that I change out the set. I had all the Return of the Jedi Black Series behind me. Now they're sitting up in the cupboard with the door closed. I've got to hunt them out just to look at them every now and again.
Yeah. I see that. Yeah.
And I got tubs over here that I can see with my eye. All the old 3 3/4 inch Rogue One, Last Jedi, Solo, A Star Wars Story. Yeah, there's tubs and tubs of that stuff. Just every one that they brought out.
I see, Andrew. Your flag is, you got some figures in it, and so you're starting to actually fill it out a little bit. So
yeah, that's why I only collect them loose. So unfortunately, in Australia, finding decent versions of them is quite hard, and when you do, they're expensive. And
Shipwreck ain't the cheapest figure.
Yeah, some are just incredible. I mean, because they came with sprues with the weapons on them and things like that. And but anyway, so getting all the weapons and things like that is a challenge. And but I've just got no room for the boxes. That's what I'm doing now. That's why I'm in the study here at the moment, because the other room's actually just a total mess, and I've got a quarter of the collection in a spare room in the front of the house, which I have to get rid of before Christmas because we're going to have the in-laws over, so I have to put it back in the toy room. But I'm sort of redoing all the shelving and things like that, and
I could just see your mother-in-law walking in there. Oh, Andrew, what have you got in here?
She go great. But what I'm saying, Mike, it's like these. I had these ones all displayed loose in the Deltoffs, and they look great loose with their you know, they were their lightsabers and things like that. And these also make a good stirring stick for your cocktails. But anyway, but what I'm doing now is, unless they're really special, I'm getting them out of the boxes and getting them out. I'm too old to just have a warehouse of toys. You know, I want to enjoy them. I want to get them out, take photos of them. You know, put the accessories in the hands and things like that, so he can stir my drink, and you know, that's how you to touch them and enjoy them. You know, it's great. I was the same, Mike. I wanted just to keep them all in the box, and you know, and you have them on the shelf, but you eventually just run out of room, and I go, oh no, I'm going to enjoy them now. That's what I'm going to do. I'm taking them all out of the box, flat back the boxes. I did see someone else. Talking about Joe, I did see a collection of flat packed G.I. Joe boxes, and this guy had them all in tubs. Yeah, and tell you what, they just went as much as having the item. You know, the box for the flag is just expensive as buying the flag. So, because there's such a huge box. You know, and if you see Scuba Pete, he's got the box up on the wall there, and it's a massive box. But yeah, I haven't got room for boxes now. I'm just going to get them out and enjoy them. So yeah, it's
you're not destroying the boxes or throwing them away.
No, I'm not destroying the boxes. Okay, Jurassic Park, I throw the boxes out because the boxes are rubbish. They're just they're like a core flute cheap cardboard, and what they do is they soak up the moisture in the air, and they're not like these you know, these sort of boxes here where the printed cardboard. They're like a core flute ones, and they're not that good core flute, but just rubbish cardboard. Ooh. So I cut them out. They're open boxes anyway. Cut them out and I put them on the shelf. Put them in the recycler.
See you later.
You know, yeah. See you later. Because there's just no room. If I had all those Jurassic Parks in their boxes, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even open the door and there'd just be a wall. You'd be climbing over. You just can't have everything, you know. And
so you've got all the old stuff, don't you? You've got all the '93 stuff.
Yeah. So
and then you've started to collect the new stuff, which is all the evolutions, is it called?
Oh, they've had so many different names for them. They bring them out every year, the dinosaurs. But I love dinosaurs, so I really like them. You know, and Triceratops is my favorite, so I've got all the Triceratops, all the different colors.
Oh,
and because that's the one I like. So
toy box, I might find one.
I mean, even Ninja Turtles have got I got the Paleo Patrol. They did, so, and they're on their dinosaurs, so they've got a Triceratops for that. You ever seen that?
Don't think so.
I'll show you because it's. I know I can grab it quickly because it's in the front room. I had to pull it out.
Paleo Patrol. I don't know.
G'day, mate. G'day, mate.
Matt. Welcome. Yeah, what are you into? 3 hours, 27 minutes, and 19 seconds.
Yeah, welcome to the Christmas special, the P.G.M show Christmas special.
Let me get a dinosaur. Let me grab a dinosaur. I got to get one. Show me.
Well, not a real one, I hope.
Yeah, we're not that rich. Hey, Matt's on. There you go, Matt. He's under his different channel.
Huh? Oh, okay. Oh, of course he is. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah, that's our Matt. That's Keep on Collecting's Matt. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot. Yeah,
it's like when I get on as Toys Mordian. That's my other channel.
Yeah. I
don't have anything on it. Matt's got a few things on his. He's got like stop motion stuff and things like that. So people should subscribe to Matt's Plastic Cractorium and see his stop motion. It's really good.
I always kind of like
Let me
use
put these on so I can
all
hear.
different channels. So,
Lovely.
I've no idea who he is.
Matt
John-
does. Which one's this, Matt? Matt's really good on his dinosaurs. So
Is it
Bob.
I want to say
Bob?
Ankylosaurus. I think it's Ankylosaurus. Does that sound right?
Bob.
Bob.
I'm not sure on myself actually on that one. I have got him. I have got that one. There we go. Matt's already
Amplosaurus.
Ankylosaurus.
Amplosaurus. Well done, buddy.
Yeah. Matt's really good on his dinosaurs.
This one, everyone knows. This is the,
Yeah.
yeah, he's proper T-Rex, isn't he?
Yeah, T-Rex, yeah.
He's huge, and that's what she said.
You got there before I did.
There he is. And get a little guy here. This one. Right, you. Oh, they're going off. I don't know this one. I think is that blue? I mean, no, it's not blue.
Black. Yeah, I've got that one. Matt's the dinosaur expert. He'll have to put it up on the screen for us. he's our dinosaur Google.
Here we go.
Oh, there we go.
Allosaurus. And
Alan.
the last one is bloody.
Oh, that's a Mike Triceratops, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Got all these straps on the back, and then the mouth. Yeah. Wonderful. Oh my god.
Oh,
Doesn't quite fit on my head.
It's sexual, doesn't it, Mike?
It's for kids, so my eyes, because it's so narrow, my eyes don't fit in the eye holes, only one at a time.
It's sexual, don't you think?
Spring loaded. Oh, well, if you're into that kind of kink.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it for kids, Mike?
There you go. That's my dinosaur collection. That's my son's dinosaur collection. I don't own any of them. That's his.
Well, I'll take my Triceratops.
Hey, if you want to jump on, if you want, there's links in the up above. If you're not too busy, you can jump in. Jump in. So, oops, hang on. You got something, Andrew? All right.
Yeah, this is the Ninja Turtles. Totally different, but this was they did one called Paleo Patrol, where they go back in time, and it's a Triceratops. He actually they walk. They actually walk. So they got another one that walks as well. So I'm not sure where the batteries went in, but they do walk. So I really like these the Triceratops. So I've got him in nearly everything. It's got his little weapon there. That's another good steering stick. There's a lot of good steering sticks in these toys.
They got a real name, Swizzle Stick.
Swizzle sticks.
That's its official name. That's its official name.
Paleo Swizzle Stick. Yeah. So yeah, we love the dinosaurs. We went down to Canberra. I think it was last year. Me and Matt just for a day. They got a dinosaur museum down there, and they have like full scale replicas out the front and all that sort of thing. And
mini
it's around near that Cockington Green, that miniature place there. And they've got merchandising. They've got because they've got the museum and they've got merchandising, but not one Mattel dinosaur in there.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah, missed opportunity. And I said to Matt, I think they just don't like the Jurassic Park movie version of the dinosaurs.
Wow.
I think because Matt was telling me, because he was saying that like the Velociraptor, they weren't in the film. They made them like human size, but in real life they were only as big as like a sort of like a large sized dog.
Oh.
They weren't that size at all. So I think things like that, maybe you're saying, Matt, maybe they don't like it, I don't know, or maybe they have to pay royalties or something like that, because they're at the front, they've got a Jeep, but it's not done up in the Jurassic Park colours, but they've got the dinosaurs and they've got a Jeep there, and I thought, you're right, they missed opportunity, but it's not a bad museum.
I think I've been there many years ago. It was called Miniland, and out the front they had a dinosaur, and you put like 10 cents in the box, and it would roar.
Oh, these are all like sort of full scale type replicas.
Yeah,
they've probably done it up since you've been there.
Yeah,
they've got a full size T-Rex, the whole lot. Yeah,
I was there as a kid in the '80s, so it was really rinky dink.
It's just this animatronic one.
It's been a long time since I've been there.
Looks like Sleestack from Land of the Lost, Mike. Yeah, I think he was saying. Do you remember Land of the Lost, Mike, of that show?
I have never seen it. No.
It was a show in the sort of like late 70s.
I've heard of it.
They did a comedy version of it, sort of a newer film, Land of the Lost, and but yeah, we used to watch it as a kid, and they had these creatures called Sleestacks. Virtually, they were canoeing in this inflatable raft, and they go down this, down this gorge, and they end up in the back in time in the dinosaurs, and they're getting chased by dinosaurs and all that sort of stuff. It wasn't a bad TV series for the time.
Made in the 70s.
Made in the 70s, yeah.
I'll see if I can find it on Plex. You know that app that you can find anything.
Oh, okay.
Plex, you go and type in whatever old show, and if they don't have it, they'll tell you what streaming service it's on. If you look, it does everything. Yeah, Plex. You can find anything to watch in the world, like television or movies that have been officially released.
They did a cartoon version later on in the 90s. I think Matt's got the toys for them.
3 seasons, 74 to 76. Matt's on it.
Yeah. He another top show that we liked back in the day. There was.
Jump on board if you're busy or not busy. It's quite welcome. Links up above if you want to.
But Matt in the chat there is actually just saying in the shop down in the dinosaur museum, the gift shop, they had a real fossilized dinosaur poo that you could buy and things like that. They had a lot of fossils you could actually buy because they're so common. It's those little sea creatures and things like that. So, but they got a big stacker. You can buy fossilized dino bones. Great, I can do that in my own yard with my dog shit.
You come home and the wife says, "What you buy?" A little turd. Fossilized dinosaur turd.
I'll just go back to my parents' place that we grew up in and dig up their backyard and find some fossilized dog poo or something from the 70s. They redid it in 91, yeah. That would have been the cartoon. I think they did. That's what the toys are modelled off.
Which is Land of the Lost.
Land of the Lost, yeah.
Land of the Lost.
Yeah, it was a good show. It was really good.
Let's see where I can watch him. Land of the Lost. Look at me go. Try again. You know when you don't click in the box and you start typing and it does nothing?
Yeah, it comes up with a pornographic kind of title.
Oh, Max just corrected me again. It was a live action one, the 91 as well. 91 to 92.
And I thought it was 2009. There was one as well. Is that the movie?
Yeah, that was a comedy movie. Yeah.
TV show 74, Land of the Lost. Land of the Lost 91 TV show, and then Land of the Lost 2009 movie.
Yeah.
And where can we watch it? You can watch it. You can buy Apple TV.
No one's got No one's got Apple TV.
No one's got Apple TV.
Yeah, Will Ferrell. Yes, the film was with Will Ferrell. Yeah, that in the later one.
In 2009.
Yeah, but I remember as a kid having the inflatable G.I. Joe raft. You know, you get the little figure of the G.I. Joe raft, but it was the doll. I think it was the doll we had, and pretending it was Land of the Lost going down.
Oh, you're talking about the 60s G.I. Joes, those ones.
Yeah, well,
there was a raft about yay big, and that was
it was inflatable. I think they did it with the 3 3/4 figures too. You can get them. Some of them got the inflatable raft, but I remember
it's in here. All right,
I remember having a yellow one as a kid, and going down like the Land of the Lost sort of thing, pretend it was Land of the Lost, because that's in the opening scene. Oh. You'll see it if you watch it in the opening scene, and they're in an inflatable raft and they go down. But used to pretend that was it because there wasn't any merchandise back in the day for that.
Ah.
You know, there's a lot of shows they didn't do toys for. You know, to compensate, you had to make your own.
I'm surprised, like looking into vintage toys now, I can find like there's other stuff I'm really interested in, like Lone Ranger. There was 5 figures and 3 horses, and that's the whole range. I'll be like, wow.
Yeah, Matt's got them. He's got some the figures and things like that for Lone Ranger. Yeah, there's a lot of these sort of ones that they did, 3 or 4 figures for, and you go, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and you can
I think Boss Fight. I think Boss Fight actually came out with. I don't know if they got them anymore, but they had when they had those big shows, right? Showing all these guys around and they had 3 3/4 Lone Ranger, Phantom, and they had Zorro, and they had a horse as well with it. So,
they're new, aren't they? They're pretty recent, aren't they?
So eager to actually get those in my collection. So they look really good. So, haven't seen them at all.
I've seen them. Yeah, I've seen the Phantom one. Yes, a friend of mine has one. I was like, "Where'd you get them from? America?" Legend Lone Ranger Gabriel 81. Yeah. I just seen the line recently, and I'm like, oh, they remind me of Indiana Jones so much because I was actually looking for classic Indiana Jones, and they popped up, and I was like, Tonto is an Indian in there. They're never going to do him again. So I just wanted for that reason, and his horse's name was Tonto, and then you got the Lone Ranger, and he had Silver, and then there's another horse called Smoke, and I think it was Butch Cavendish, and the other guy is Wild Bill Cody. Buffalo Bill, that's him, Buffalo Bill.
Because Pete was saying about watching westerns on Disney Plus, and I said, yeah, but they're on there, but when they fight the Indians, they've been digitally removed, so they're just empty horses going past.
Oh.
Yeah, why they have to change history, I don't know, but anyway. Yeah.
That's another one. Buck Rogers. My dad watched that show, but I didn't know about the figures until recently. Buck Rogers had a line of toys.
Yeah, I've got them. I've got the Buck Rogers there. Have you seen them?
The Tiki is that little robot, isn't he?
Yeah, Tweaky, and I've got the Starfighters and the Land Rovers and things like that.
So with 3 3/4 inch, just the figures, is there like 5 or 6 or? There's not going to be 3,
6 or 7 of them, yeah.
So that's an easy line to collect. I mean, if you got the funds, you just go, oh, I've got the whole set, in one hit. Try collecting like the vintage collection from Star Wars, you'll be there forever.
Yeah, well, they're getting quite fragile now. Actually, I'll show you the Starfighter, and I'll show you what. Yeah, because of the plastic. Because they were in the 70s.
Zorro toy line. Same figure and horse sculpt. 4 figs, 2 horses. Another easy line to collect.
They made a Antonio Banderas actually 6-inch toy line. I think a couple of years ago actually.
Oh, when he started Zorro.
Yeah, when he started Zorro. So didn't really fly that well. So
I got to say, the Lord of the Rings line, the film that you were in, that was a great line. I collected some of those. That was some fantastic figures in there.
I still got some of that, but they're very brittle, Mike. Very brittle plastic. So
I'm an inbox collector, so mine were
right.
left in the box.
Yeah,
There's the golem that was on a little plinth, and you push your finger through the hole and you press it, and you can my precious.
So I took mine out. I left it for a long, long time, and it was very brittle.
So they must have dried right out.
Yeah. So Mike, here's the Starfighter.
Buck Rogers.
Rogers Starfighter from Mego. And the plastic is getting really fragile now. It really it's even the cockpit. There's Buck in there. There's Buck Rogers. He needs a new airing because he's doing sort of like the Hawaiian shake now. That's why I see him in the cockpit because he's had better days. But I went to the movies. I remember going to the movies and seeing the film, and then they did the TV series.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, but the thing is, they got these the little rockets at the front. I mean, they're little pointy bits, and they start to split. That's why I haven't pushed them right up. You'll see a little gap there. I haven't pushed them right up because they're starting to split now because of the age. And I mean, what's the year on it? The year is 79. So they got on this.
44 years old.
Yeah, so I'll put that one trip over. They won't trip over it. Another one says, "There's Twiggy."
There he is.
And he go beep 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 book.
I can't believe my old man watched it because he wasn't a big sci-fi fan, but that's the only thing he watched that was kind of sci-fi.
It was a pretty cool premise. I mean, he was in his space shuttle, gets frozen and floats, and they find him in the future and bring him back, and the world had had the World War III, and it was really good. Yeah, that's Wilma. And then I think the other one I got, this is more to it. I haven't got all of the figures either. There's Tiger Man. He was the baddie.
Oh, he's a dreadnought.
He's a dreadnought. Yeah, very similar to, and these are Mego, but very similar to the G.I. Joe. But that was a sort of a standard thing in the 70s, these 3 3/4 ones. And them Micronauts and like in G.I. Joe and things like that, they're all that same size. It was good because you could put them in different ships and things like that.
Awesome.
Yeah, they did change this. Yeah, they did change it. Buck Rogers. Sadly, I remember that. So yeah,
Changed it up season 2. Yeah, they usually do that. They change these shows and they're always good. It's like we debate another show we always talk about, Space 1999. It had 2 seasons. The first season I love. Matt prefers actually the second season. Yeah, but they totally changed it. They made it more Star Trek-y. But it was another good show you have to watch, Mike.
Star Trek?
No, Space 1999.
Space 1999. I just looked up Buck Rogers. You can buy it on Apple TV.
I think the box set you can still buy in the shops. The box sets of that.
Oh, okay.
Even JB I think still even have it if you look it up. But that's probably an easy one to get off eBay. That in a box set. But,
great theme to Buck Rogers when they say that 25th century, and the music starts. Great TV theme, very iconic.
Yeah. Well, the first one was a film, and then they, like everything later on, they broke it up into 2 parts, I think, and made it like a telemovie type thing.
Space 1999. This one looks good. Look at this. You can watch it. Space 1999. It's available.
Yeah, that's it.
1 and 2. You can watch it right here. That's brilliant.
It's a great show. There's an Australian guy in there, and he plays an Australian.
Good stuff.
And so Nick Tate's his name is, and Yeah, we really love the show. It's actually the first one's quite seasons. There's a one called Enter the Dragon, and it's got this monster, and I won't spoil it for you, but it scared this crap out of us as kids.
Enter the Dragon. It wasn't nothing to do with Bruce Lee.
No. So not Enter Dragon. The Dragon's Domain. Dragon's Domain.
Yeah, Bruce Lee comes on going, "Whoa!"
Enter the Dragon. Dragon's Domain. Yeah, Matt, that's reminding me. Yeah. That's because I've been on for 2 hours, Matt, and my brain's gone.
Yeah, it's a long Christmas special. That's
Yeah.
How long do you plan to stay on tonight, Pete? Because it's 3 hours.
not too much longer actually, because I'm getting way I'm getting tired. You can hear it in my voice. I think I'm gonna say thank you very much to Andrew and Mike jumping on. I'll just finish it here actually. So,
Are you having another Christmas special?
What?
You're gonna have another one of these Christmas specials before Christmas rocks up?
Probably not. This will be like my my work do Christmas special kind of thing when they have it, miles down the thing. Yeah. There might be JJ and myself having a show before. I think we're going to do one before New Year's, and that's our top 5 2023 movies and stuff like that. So yeah.
See if you can get the chance. I saw someone today, and they said go and see Wonka. Go and see the new Wonka movie. Someone told me that. That's what they said. It's very musical. It's very musical. Yeah. That's what I was like. Really? I said, how's what's his name? Hugh. How'd he go in it? He goes, oh, he's barely in it. I was like, Hugh Grant. Yeah. I said, how'd he go in it? Oh, he's barely in it. I'm like, really? So I'm interested to see it now.
Because he's in the ads. He's there.
They flog him off because it's a face you recognize.
Yeah, clickbait.
Yeah.
You're right, Matt. My brain is fried. But we've had a good conversation, Andrew and I, about things, and Mike came on, which is good, and showed us quite a few things. I just want to say, Christmas is a time of joy. Either we've had a fantastic year or we've had a crap year. Our conversations have been few and wide with toys and movies and the industry and toy industry. We've had great conversations with friends over the 2023 from all over the world. I do cherish my friendships from all over the world. This is my send-off. I wish each and every one of you, families, brothers, sisters, aunts and uncles, dogs, cats, everyone, happy Christmas, and I'll see you next year, or maybe before that.
Do we sign off like do we sign off like the Star Wars Holiday Special where we get this and you go?
No. You want to say anything, guys?
Yeah. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Classic line.
Have a good one, guys. Have a good Christmas.
Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us or me on the P.G.M show Christmas special. Thank you very much. Take care and have a good one.
Bye, guys.
Excellent. See you later.